If the XoneBros could drink. We don't drink.
Could drink.
We don't drink. My form of relaxation and drinking is actually eating. I eat. Hence why I'm very unhealthy and probably have major cardiovascular diseases. But is Jordan?
I'm working on his. I have to wiggle his.
You got to wiggle his dongle.
Yeah, wiggle his.
There we go. His dongle is fixed. He's coming through. He's coming through.
Hold on, like my headphones are all weird. Okay, I can hear myself now.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll get
it. I like it.
I got a little. It's like I had a truck growing up, right? An old beater truck when I was 16.
What'd you call her?
Blue.
Blue. Oh,
it was the B2000, the Mazda B2000.
Okay, I like it.
It actually was one of my favorite things I've ever experienced in my life. Was that truck? I love that truck. Too bad it passed away in like 1984. 8 or something. I don't know. Anyways, you had to wiggle things just right to get things to work.
Oh, yeah. Or the steering wheel, when it locks, has to be slightly pulled over, and then you can turn the key, you know?
Well, see, that car had no power steering.
Oh, yeah?
You didn't need a key to start it.
You were probably buff.
Oh, it did. It strengthened me.
Buff.
Whenever I wanted to start the car, I would open up the little like cash thing, right? Mm-hmm. Pull out a dime, and you could use a dime to turn the ignition. When we would carpool, me and my buddies would carpool to high school, right? And in Utah, there's a lot of snow and rain and whatever, depending on the season. Mm-hmm. There was no floor on the passenger side. Oh. There was, but there was like all holy, so you could see the asphalt and the tire from where you were sitting. So I would have to warn my passengers, puddle, and they would have to cover with both feet the whole.
That is hilarious.
It was the greatest truck in the world. You had to just wiggle things just right to get it to work.
That's like a Flintstone car.
It totally was.
That is awesome.
It had an Aruga horn. Ooga! Oh, it's so great.
Welcome, everybody. This is podcast number 213. This is the XoneBros. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, I am joined by the bros, the XoneBros. It's Mr. McSpicy. Wait. There he is, Mr. McSpicy.
Fix my camera. Hello.
The pasty maker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I like it. I'm kind of receding my hairline.
Are you really? Is that a thing for you?
I don't know.
I just feel like it's just the shape of your hair.
Okay, yeah, that's totally what it is. Yeah. What are you doing with your fingers?
Magic fingers. Yeah. Next, he's Jordan the man, Jordan Paskett.
Hello.
Last but not least, I am X1. We are the XoneBros. I want to say thank you to everybody who just right now subscribed to us here
we had
Mixer,
a couple.
Mixer.com/XoneBros. I believe Mrs. McSpicy just subscribed to us.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
King Chemboy, Somewhat, and Pugs Not Drugs. Thank you very much for the subscriptions. Right. Now, everybody's got a free subscription that logged in this last weekend. As long as you were level 10 on Mixer and you logged in, you've got a free subscription over on Mixer to give to your favorite streamer. If that's us, we'd love to take it. Older Brown, just subscribe to us. If not, go give it to your favorite streamer and support Mixer, support streamers. It's a great way to do that.
Hey,
all you got to do is hit the pink button. It'll say gift, sub. Click that, and you'll get a free 1 month sub.
Yeah, nice. Cool.
Got to use it by the end of June.
Hey, just for fun, what is everybody's level? I just saw I'm level 81. I do a lot of watching.
Oh, at Mixer? I got to pull it up.
What are you, Mark? David's not fair because he's streaming.
I'm 99.
Oh.
I don't think you can go higher than 99.
Okay. You've maxed out.
I've maxed out.
You're level capped.
I've level capped.
You're end game.
Yeah, you hit end.
What do you have, Mark?
What is end game now?
I'm level 92, so
you beat me.
I'm 3 levels better than you?
I'm 81, so you're you're 11.
11, yeah. 11% better
hey,
than you.
That's funny that it was 11. That's funny.
I feel good about that number.
That's good.
I feel really good about being that much better than you.
Oh, man. Anyways, I was talking about drinking. We have a little treat for everybody here. Last week, was it last week's episode? Yes, last week we had a very interesting, fascinating discussion about World of Warcraft. And we were introduced by Blake the Barber. I've got to give Blake the Barber credit here as to what we would sound like having that discussion in Bizarro World. So in Bizarro World, we're hideous. We're all 700 pounds, out of weight, smokers, and drinkers. And we're just constantly drunk. And this is...
I think you mean out of shape and overweight.
And overweight. Is that what I said?
You said out of weight.
Out of weight.
That's how big
out
we
of
are.
weight.
Yeah.
So this is
that's pretty good.
a new feature we're going to share with you guys, Bizarro XoneBros, and a discussion about World of Warcraft.
So this was remind me. This is last week's episode.
Last week's episode,
when we were talking about World of Warcraft, just half speed, right?
talking about World of Warcraft. Well, it's Bizarro. It's Bizarro XoneBros. It's if we were on drugs talking.
So okay, I'll play this.
We're
right now.
intoxicated. Of the page. First question. This one's for Jordan. Yeah. This one comes from Happy Mail. Last minute. He got this in last minute.
Last
By
minute,
the way.
the mail delivered it on
The mail
time.
delivered it on
Jordan's
time.
wasted.
He wants to know, with the announcement of the new Microsoft controller,
Yeah, the
Dude,
the fully
that's a
the
good one.
adaptive controller,
Yeah, the Xbox adaptive.
I think they're the same size.
adaptive controller, the Duke are the same size.
Is that good?
I kind of want to hear Jordan's answer,
With
but
the
that's
announcement of
good.
the new Microsoft controller that was discussed
when
last
Jordan
week,
answers.
World of Warcraft slimming down the spells and then boosting their operating system. Do you think Blizzard is
longest
starting
question.
It
to
is.
get WoW ready for the console? The signs are starting to point in
Oh, okay,
that
we can stop
direction.
it, we can stop it.
Okay.
Anyways, the answer is better. We'll have a clip betterly prepared for you, but that is hilarious. That when I was laughing so hard, I listened to like 45 minutes of us
at half speed. It's
and
hilarious.
it's just us drunk.
Oh, so low. It was
Whoa.
the size of
Well,
the
size, yeah, it was huge.
And then Jordan jumps in. Oh, man. Anyways, welcome, guys. It's been another great week. Hungering Deep came out this week.
Uh-huh.
It's an expansion for Sea of Thieves.
Mhm.
I had a chance to play it. That's what I played this week. Sea of Thieves.
Nice.
Almost all week. Every
Very
day.
nice.
Yeah, how
So let me tell you what they do in. So I haven't yet fought the Megalodon. I've done everything except up to fight the Megalodon. You have to fight the big shark, the giant shark. I'm just going to refer to him as Bill. To fight Bill, the
All right.
giant shark,
Billy.
Billy Bob. You've got to do this quest from Merrick the pirate, and what you do, you go talk to him.
Where do you
He's-
find him?
He's on Shark Island or Shark Keep or something like that.
Oh, okay.
He's way in the bottom left-hand corner of the map.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's like Shark Island.
Okay.
Shark Isle, perhaps. Anyways, so you go find him, you talk to him, he's sitting there on the beach, he's pounding on his drum, and he tells you like this story about how he lost both his legs, he has both of his legs literally missing, and then he sends you to different bars to, well, first he says, I have a journal that I've left around, so you go and read parts of a journal, which gives you clues as to the next place you're supposed to go. You go to the next place, you talk, usually because he's drinking all the time, so he's at the pubs that you start out on each of the posts. The outposts. You go to the outposts, you read the journal, gives you the next clue where to go. You go all the way until you finish it all. Then you go back to Merrick. He gives you the drub, he gives you the tattoo, and you go and fight the shark. Problem is, you got to have 5 people to call the shark. So this morning, the crew of Righteous Desire jumped in stream, and we went to the place where the shark was, but we could not find anyone. However, the story was cool. Story was fun to do. I mean, it's nothing huge. It's like a quick little, here's some features.
Yeah.
But adding the drum, and they add a trumpet. It's like not a trumpet.
It's like a megaphone
Like a
type of
megaphone.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, it is a megaphone. They add a megaphone, which enables you to talk to other players on the server if you're close to them. And the
Oh.
commands, like the hotkeys, are like, hey, we're friendly. Are you friendly? Friend or foe? Yes, let's go sail. Stuff like that. So that part's cool. From what everybody in the community who has done the shark has said, and what was nice is as you're going through the clues, everybody was trying to do it too, so nobody attacked you. Nobody was being jerks. They were all friendly, helping you out. I think Rare is going to go more teamwork in the future here, because one of the frustrations is, like with the Skull Fort,
Force, yeah.
is that someone could come and just ruin your day over there. And everybody, the thing that I see across the internet, in our community on Discord, everybody that's done Sea of Thieves says it was so much fun to find other crews and work together as a team to beat the shark. So much fun. Such a blast. Loved it. And I think, yes, I think there is something to that. I think you can have... I think what they're doing is they mixed PvE with the fort, Skull Fort, which is fun, and if you do it, but it's fun if you do it and you work together.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating when you're trying to do PvE with hordes of NPCs
and PvP simultaneously you've got to worry about. I think in the future they're going to move to one or the other because of this. Because all the reviews are, I had so much fun working together.
Yeah.
Now, McSpicy, have you done a skull fort?
I still have. I've tried several
Yeah.
times, but people aren't smart.
Yeah, they don't work with you.
No, they don't. You need to work together first and then turn on people.
Yeah.
That's like the formula. And they turn on you.
It's actually pirate code.
Yeah, I know. I know what parlay means.
Yeah.
You know, they don't do that. They just attack
Well,
me.
I think Rare's trying to do that with the megaphone because you can say, hey, and also, you also get flags, and there's sales now that are cheap.
Yeah.
$7,000 is the poor man sales. They're just one color. I got green sales. Looks pretty sweet.
I
The
got
color
the
more.
rich guy sales.
You got flags right on
Yeah,
top.
why
of
did
there.
they make all the sales all $70,000? They made them all that price.
As
All
if you're
70?
not grinding enough in that game.
Yeah.
And then the cheap ones are $7.
Well, I know they just added those, but
Yeah.
what was the thinking behind making everything the same price? Because that
I don't
sucks. That's, I mean, I played that game a lot, and I only have one sale, right? That I purchased for $70,000.
So-
it cost me everything I own to get that sale.
Pirate.
Yes, so I don't think
Pirate.
so what I'm saying is I think the formula they have works where it's this mix of PvE and PvP. What I'm saying is they just need to add some kind of function where I mean, I guess they are doing it. I've just not tried using it yet for the Skull Fort, really. I'm just using it for the Megalodon. But where you can identify, hey, we're going to be friendly to each other. And I think that was also the purpose of the flags. And I think they're trying to fix that to where you still run the risk of PvP because I think that's the
Pirate's
excitement,
life, man.
it's the risk reward. But they've added this feature now to where you can work together. So or find other crews to work together. What they need is like a because it's hard to find. This morning we just couldn't find any. Granted, I bet you at night you could probably find a lot of crews sailing around to do. So
Yeah,
maybe
your
open it up
armadas,
to
yeah.
more boats, more crews on an island or in an area. I don't know.
I would.
But I think let me finish by saying this. I think this is a step in the right direction. That's all I'm meaning to say. I don't think they need to go to PvE only servers or PvP only servers. I just think from here on out, this is how it should be done, where you can communicate with another crew and say, yes, we'll work together. Easier, but you still there's still that risk reward, and a pirate can turn on you at any time. And that didn't exist up to this point. Now it exists.
Didn't it sort of exist though? Because you had
Well, I mean,
area of mics.
Yeah, I think that was the point. Area Max, the megaphone, you can put the megaphone up and talk, and it goes longer now. So I think it's just kind of emphasizing that more. Plus, you have flags, so you can put up like a white flag. You can put up different flags meaning different things on top
Yeah.
of your ship, stuff like that. So overall, I think it's a nice start. Weekly events are going to be coming, so it's going to be interesting to see how weekly events go.
Yeah.
But I had a good time. I'll run the missions with you guys.
Yeah.
And we can go through.
That'll be
and
fun.
We could try to do the Megalodon, the big shark together.
You know they're making a movie about a megalodon.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did
it's
they
called
have Sharknado?
It's called The Meg.
The Meg? Is it
Yeah.
really?
No, I'm serious. Yeah, Jason.
I think you're
Statham.
making this up.
No,
I think
and Jason
you're-
Statham's in it. Like
Sorry,
I'm
you're looking-
Really?
not even kidding.
Is
yeah.
he going to transport it
No.
somewhere?
I don't know, but he's in it. They said, "What do we do? You make a movie with Jason Statham and a big shark." It's real. It's legit.
I'm actually just because of Jason Statham. I want.
I mean, like it looks.
I want to watch it.
It looks like it's gonna bomb, but yeah, it's
I
real.
really like him a lot.
Jason Statham?
Well, he's the only one that can take on a big shark.
He does all his own stunts.
That's why they got him to take on a big shark.
The first transporter, the scene that amazes me is the one where he has the axe fight in the hall.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard that would have been to like choreograph and do that?
Yeah, it's probably a fake axe.
Well, yeah. Oh no, they're using real blades.
Oh, so you guys check it out. Ready?
It's actually Transporter 1 is a documentary. It's actually happening.
I would
it?
use, in my
Real
movies,
story?
I would use real blades to make it that much more intense.
There's the megalodon right there. Real story. Rawr. That's
That's
I
hilarious.
don't think sharks make a rar noise, do they?
the megalodon does.
This is a tiger shark.
Yeah, it's a tiger. See, and then there's Jason Statham. He looks at the glass and he goes, what could have done this? And then he gets into.
Oh my gosh, you're actually not.
He goes into Jason
You're
Statham
not
mode.
messing with me.
No, it's real. I saw it. I was like, no, but it's real.
Yeah, I see that. I
Yeah.
saw that trailer.
Yeah, you should watch the whole one, the whole trailer. It's pretty good.
Rar.
So there has been a debate, and there's one kind of ensuing right now in chat.
whether or not Sea of Thieves should go, it should just be PvE or PvP. And I think the combination that they have now is good. I think that this is just a step in the right direction just to make it easier to be able to ally up if you want and find other crews, but still have that the PvP PvE combo works. If you take that away, I don't think it's really a pirate game, honestly. Like I think it's this being able to backstab you at any time I want, and knowing that the guy can backstab you at any time is awesome.
Yeah.
It's frustrating as hell. Don't get me wrong. And there are times that I'm like, why do I play this game? Why?
Yeah, that's a lot of games I play though.
Yeah. But that's part of I think ultimately, at this point, the only change that I'd like to see in Sea of Thieves, because I think this is a right start. I'm really curious on their, like I said, really curious on their weekly events. The only thing that needs to change at this point is I really do think they need to balance their rewards. So I was running skulls the other day instead of chests.
Yeah.
Skulls are much more balanced reward-wise than chests. I think chests are the
what's
least
your level
balanced.
What's your level?
18.
Once you hit 20,
it becomes the same.
that's when it's
Because,
a grind.
well, here-
and then with skulls, if you're by yourself, you can't finish them anymore.
Yeah. Well, here's what I noticed. I got higher level skulls more often than I ever get higher level chests.
I have a feeling you will discover the law of averages kick in.
Well, I do think they need to balance that level system a little bit more. I mean, unless what they're going for is the dark soul of grinds,
And then very well might be.
then it's perfect because I might never reach level cap at this point. But if you're not, then I think that would be the only thing that I would change is adjust that level up system. And
there's grind, and then there's
grind,
and
this is the ladder.
The ladder,
Yeah, it's like whoa, grinds.
Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. But they can mix that up. We'll see weekly events, and then the Cursed Sales comes out next. So overall, my first impression, Hungering Deeps, I like it. Is the game worth to get if you haven't jumped in yet? Sea of Thieves? Absolutely, especially if Game Pass. Absolutely jump in. I think it's a ton of fun. And if you play with friends, this game is all about playing with friends. So I have a fun time every time I play it.
What if every once in a while they just do like a double XP weekend? You know what I mean? Like Call of Duty
Yes,
and stuff like that.
that's a great idea.
Maybe like once every other month. There you go. You know,
Yes,
February, April.
What they
everything.
do is it's a full moon. It's a blood moon.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's a blood
It's
moon.
a double XP moon.
It's a double XP blood moon. That's a great idea. Yeah, something like that. Just throw me a bone. I've been working so hard.
Yeah.
To see my
Pirates
thing
shouldn't
go.
have to work that hard.
When I do the 20 chest achievement and I go up 0.75 of a level from 24 to 25, are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, man.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
and
pretty-
actually,
it's
what
rough.
what that would do is you keep it such a grind, right? But what that would do is if you had the double XP weekend, you'll have an influx, right? So you'll have a
everybody would
lot
jump
of people
on.
jumping in, and
Which
if you
would
time
make
that
it harder
if you
because you
time
could go
that,
rob people.
yeah, no, that would make it more fun, a lot more crowded. Which if you time that with an event like the like Hungering Deep, you got a lot more people hunting the shark, working. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff you can do.
So cool.
I don't know why they just don't talk to me about things.
I don't know. Yeah, why not just ask
I
Jordan?
know there's
That's
that
good.
should be someone's position at game. The Ask Jordan.
The Ask Jordan.
The Ask Jordan guy.
Have you emailed Jordan on this?
where-
Yeah. Have you ran this by Jordan?
What position are you applying for? The Ask Jordan position, right? Discord. If you guys haven't joined us on Discord yet, you should. We hit a milestone this week. We hit 1,000 users on Discord. Can we get a clap? Can we get a celebration?
Oh my gosh.
You're all done.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, everybody.
You gotta stop yelling in the mic. I'm trying to balance you.
Thank you very much, everybody, for helping us out. We're like at 1,020 now. I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's very
flew
cool.
past the 1,000 mark. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on Discord. If you haven't joined us yet, your life probably sucks a little bit. No, not really. Just kidding. But really, come over, hang out, have fun with the amazing community. Just head to XoneBros.com/Discord to join the server. It's where we hang out, chat about all things games 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Come hang out, have fun. Discord. It's a great time. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out, being part of the community. 1,000 people. Boom.
You are very dynamic today.
I'm all over. It's
You're going like way low. You're starting to talk like this. Then you scream. Woo! But you're screaming into the mic, right?
that was control.
Oh my gosh, I'm like panicking.
I keep you on your toes.
I know. Oh my goodness.
It's just keep it.
I'm
just keep it on
gonna
your toes.
pass
Jordan,
out.
what did you have? What did you play this week?
I played Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Oh, so did I.
And Elder
So did
Scrolls
I.
Online.
Oh.
And I feel like I played one more thing.
You probably did.
Oh, I actually,
Wait,
I actually, I actually got Ghost Recon Wildlands on the PC.
Oh, okay.
Because a friend of mine at work plays, and we haven't gotten to play together yet because it's just busy and family, and you know what I mean. It's hard to find that sweet spot, but I'm excited to play that. Just so you guys know.
Yes. Boom.
Yeah. But Kingdom Come Deliverance, I found like legit armor.
Legit.
Yeah, I
armor.
found it
Really?
in a chest, not even locked.
Oh, can I say?
And it's, like,
I now
hardcore.
100% agree with Spicy. I don't even go into the lock chests. It's so freaking. And this is after a patch, which they've fixed the locks. It's impossible.
You should have been there from the beginning.
Oh man,
It was
So-
like, oh, it's all locked. I guess I'm not finishing this mission.
and it wouldn't be so hard if money wasn't such a commodity. It's like a real commodity in this game. So I bought like 20. I bought like 20 lock picks.
You know how you just mentioned the Jordan job?
Yeah.
On our bonus episode, I mentioned that stupid job, right?
Yeah.
That would be a perfect example of me going, don't do that. That's stupid.
Dude, it's so.
Don't do the
hard.
locks that way. That's stupid.
You know who did locks correctly?
Skyrim. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Skyrim.
And
Where
everybody's like
it
kind of
still-
copied that.
It still took skill, but this is just beyond. And I just don't think their system. And you've said this before, so we're rehashing old points here. Their system just doesn't work with joysticks because on the PC it's keep it and then D. So that's easier with a mouse.
You press D and then you're done.
D, and you just gotta sure your mouse
It's
goes
meant-
around the circle on the
it's meant-
sensitive part.
Yeah.
But on joysticks, I can't even get like I'm doing the motion. My thumb has the motion, and it just
That's
just
funny.
won't go
And
around.
this is after a patch. Yeah, I get it. I get it, man.
Yeah, it's after patch. I played a lot of Kingdom Come as well this week. So where'd
dude,
you find
this-
your armor?
This armor. Okay, so you know where Ratai is? Ratai?
Yeah.
So you know the city to the right of it?
Hey, wait. I don't know what that is.
It's a city.
Okay, now I know what it is.
Okay.
Keep
It's like
going.
one of the main cities.
It's called like Utha or something like
Okay,
that,
sure.
just to the right.
Okay.
You go there for a quest.
Okay.
Because
Oh, we're talking about Kingdom.
yeah,
Okay.
because this little village was attacked, so you go there because of a quest.
Okay.
Up that way.
That's
like
where you
I
found it?
just kind of going around. I was like, oh, there's a chest, and I just opened it up, and I was like, oh,
So they make it.
and I just took it.
They make it so that like
It's like black too. It's pretty cool.
I
It's like
like
a
that.
dark color. It's really cool,
Ooh,
and
I
then it
like
comes with a
that.
sword, and oh, dude, it's good.
I am getting better at fighting. That game.
Yeah, it's tough
that
fighting.
game does fighting correctly. I will say that.
Yeah,
What they do
it's-
wrong in lockpicks, they make up in fighting.
It's
Yeah.
a learning
It's
curve.
not like anything flashy, but it's fun because when you win, you feel like you actually won. You know what I
feel
mean?
like it's
Yeah.
skill, like how
Yeah.
Dark Souls makes you feel when you beat an opponent. This is just in fighting.
Yeah. I remember spending hours in the ring with my commanding officer. Just
That's how, you,
training.
that's how you level up. You go back to him and train, and
Yeah.
then it actually levels up your guides.
I'm
There's
a thief. I steal everything.
Nice.
Hey,
I
me too.
steal everything.
There's a guy that I find just randomly, just like he's like a knight.
Okay.
He's like, "Hello, good sir, would you like to duel?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then I give up, and he's like, "Okay, that's fun." He turns away and walks away. And then I go up and I sneak, like make him fall. You know how you can
Yeah.
knock him out?
Yeah.
I knock him out. He has got like $5,000 worth of equipment on him every single time. So I take it and then I dump it in my trunk, and then he's back on another corner somewhere. "Hello, good sir. Would you like to duel?"
You're like, yeah,
Yeah,
no.
sure.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
he's my money making. He's a knight.
Okay, I
got-
have now met the priest. I've yet to do his quest. I hear his quest.
Oh, yeah.
I hear his quest.
That-
is the quest of quests.
That is what makes me like that game.
Okay.
Just wait.
Okay.
Just wait. And you might not want to stream it.
Okay.
It'll make you laugh your head off.
I've been using my horse a lot, not only for speed and travel, but having the horse as your extra backpack. Have you guys done that yet? Oh, it's awesome. Because, you run out of room really fast.
No, I've not done that yet.
Oh, dude, using your horse as your extra backpack is so nice. You just put everything in there. It's like having two backpacks.
Until you get your horse killed.
Mine hasn't died yet.
Mine has.
Well, and
Then you lose
It's like
everything?
a magical horse. He just appears every
He's
time I hit Y.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a magical horse. Red Dead
Pegasus.
Redemption 2 is going to be fixing that.
Yeah, because
Remember?
you
You
can't
can't do
just
that.
call your. Yeah, it's more.
I think
that's
I
funny.
fell off a cliff and landed all of our weight with all that Nike's, all its armor and everything.
Yeah.
Landed on one leg.
So I
the guy couldn't. My horse couldn't get up after that.
So I started over. I started the thing over, and then I just played like 13 hours straight.
I know you're at like
to
40
pass
something
me,
hours.
and now I'm good. It's good. It's a
That's
good game.
fun.
I do have one thing. I do feel like they could have done a little bit better of a job. It's super immersive. Like I'm really invested in the story and the character.
And Ray.
And Ray.
And
Hello,
Ray.
And Ray. And Ray, get out of here. And Ray, I'm gonna go get these gangsters because you're messing with the butcher. And
Yeah.
Henry.
Right.
Have you guys?
Henry.
Wait, what were you going to
Have
say?
you-
You were
oh,
saying
sorry,
something.
that's right.
You have one beef with.
Oh, one beef. So I'm super immersed, but sometimes I feel the world is not as living as it could be in the respect that NPCs feel like NPCs, in that like I don't feel like there's characters living their lives.
Yeah.
It just is like that's there for me to go into your house and rob it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've killed a lot of people on the road and taken their stuff, and they don't come back. You know, I felt like they lived their life, and then I ended
took
it.
from them.
I mean, I get a key to their house, and I can go and take whatever I want. That's how you bypass the lock picking, by the way.
Oh, get keys.
And
Does the house key work for trunks?
I
then?
take everything.
Well, you got to get.
I
that
take their
there, the owner's
clothes. I take every possible thing, and the rest of the game, they're walking around butt naked.
So I'm sitting there. And by the way, yeah.
Well, they have their
Have you found
loincloths.
the Easter eggs? Have you found the Easter eggs?
Nuh-uh.
No.
So I have 5 Easter eggs, all different colors, red, blue, blah, blah, blah. They're like super valuable. I found a gold Easter egg in a tree. Climb trees. Found a gold Easter egg
Oh,
in a
wow.
tree. It's worth $9.99.
Oh,
That's
who do you
pretty
sell it
cool.
to?
I've not found a
The
trader
Millers?
yet that will pay me that
The Secret
price.
Miller Society.
Yeah, somewhere. I'm holding on to
They're
it.
the only ones I can sell the
stolen
knight's
items,
clothes.
Yeah,
to.
you can wait for a while and it kind of falls off the stealing thing.
Oh, does it?
I think you have to wait for a long time. Though.
Yeah, but every time
Dude.
you have to put it in your trunk, because I'm telling you, that one guard in that one town, he doesn't care.
He will
He's going
rock
to
your-
check you every time you walk
He
by.
will rock your world.
He's like, hold up,
Speaking
hold up,
of
one
the,
sec. I'm gonna, he rubber gloves it, and he finds everything that's on me, and I go to jail.
Dude, speaking of the Secret Miller Society, have you asked the Miller's niece on a date?
No.
I have.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Have you finished the date?
No,
Well, I
don't
know
we-
because this is
You can
the-
do a
this
whole
is the girl
quest
that you
line,
check
yeah.
out at
Whoa.
the beginning. So I know
Yeah.
there's something coming.
Yeah, she.
She's feisty, huh?
Yep.
The Miller's daughter, known to
Or
be feisty.
niece or whatever. Yeah, she.
Well, the Millers they're kind of a rogue group, right? They're basically the under the table kind of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
What is a
secret-
miller? A baker?
No,
The flour.
They
mill flour.
They have a big
grind
mill.
it?
It's actually a mill is what grinds wheat
Yeah,
into
so
flour.
that's the windmill.
Yeah, and it's usually on water because it uses I don't know what you call
the
it.
little thingy.
The wheel thing.
The water
Yeah.
wheel.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
But that's like the only people you can sell.
Well, she
the
like
sketchy
saved your
stuff.
life. She clearly has a crush on you.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of did you save hers?
You kind of saved hers. Yeah, that's right.
If you chose to, you didn't have to. But
No, you didn't have
choose
to. Although all you have to do is distract the guards, which they become distracted if you just walk past them, and then they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Well, so you inadvertently saved.
Anyways, I enjoyed jumping into Kingdom Come. Again,
Yeah.
super
it was a lot of
fun.
fun.
It's really good. Jordan, you liked it? Anything?
No, I played a lot of that. Found that sweet armor
Oh.
and a good sword. Like I can almost like 1-2 shot people in full gear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, if you get a good hit on them, knock them on the head.
Knock 'em
So,
out.
Yeah. I also played Elder Scrolls Online, getting ready for Somerset, which comes out next week on the console. It's out on the PC right now. It comes out next week on the console.
How is it being reviewed on the PC so far?
I have no idea.
Oh, you've not watched it. You're
No,
waiting. You're
no.
hanging tight.
I'm hanging tight. I already got it pre-ordered.
Do you have
and
player
everything.
housing yet?
No, I should do that.
Get player
I've-
housing, and then I'll come visit you.
I've been just questing and jumping in the dungeon queue, man.
You keep
Just-
saying, "Play this game with me." I'll play you when you have a house I can visit.
okay.
Can I stay there?
You know what they should do in a game? Make an actual physical location of a house that only one person can have in an MMO.
Dude, that would be awesome. Then like real estate would go up, like
Yeah.
ooh. And you can like sell your house. You can put it on the auction house and sell your house.
Wait, I'm confused.
No, so like
in real life, IRL here?
No.
Oh, okay.
But that would be cool too.
so like for example, in ESO, there's like let's say I don't know how many. Let's just say there's 15 house spots, right?
Or
when
in
you
Grand Theft Auto, same thing.
yeah, when you open that door, you go into your own phase of that house, right? But
Okay.
there's a bunch of people that Mark's saying if there was actually a physical, like there's 10 houses over here. Once they're gone, they're gone.
They're gone unless they sell it.
yeah.
An
Can
actual.
you steal it?
You go right to stealing?
I mean, it's an MMO. It usually gives you these options.
I know, but you think that's the cool part? Is stealing
No,
a
like
house?
imagine the real estate.
Like seriously,
The
like
economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Then you can do,
Black
like,
Desert Online do that? It's physical locations in a house.
But I think
No, but
it's like
everyone can
everybody
have the
have
same-
Everyone
yeah.
can have
It's
that.
an
You're right.
instance,
It is
right?
an instance.
And
You're
think
right.
about it, there'll be like MMO real estate agents.
Can servers handle that? Maybe Red Dead Redemption will do that in the.
Well, it's
in
just
the-
a,
servers
in
it's
the
just a
handle
West.
physical location.
It's 2018. course, there's something.
It's just it's
We
no,
could go to the moon, but we can't put a physical
What?
location
We went to the
for
moon almost
actual
60
houses
years ago.
in
No,
an
it's-
MMO.
It's no more than like a major main city in an MMO, right? There's a ton of people there hanging out, right?
Imagine, like, let's take World of Warcraft, 12 million homes. That would be cool. And you'd have to be like, where do you live?
And there's like nicer neighborhoods,
Past Goldshire to the there's like the ghetto.
like nicer neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Go past Goldshire, take a left about 3 football fields in, and
There's actual like addresses on them.
You could send mail that way, and then
You
like
have a little
that's a
mailbox.
quest. That's a quest.
That's a profession.
People taking mail from.
there's
from
the fisherman, there's the mailman,
Yeah.
there's the baker.
This is our MMO. We should just do it.
yeah,
All right, yeah.
yeah.
Why not?
That's a good question. Probably servers.
But doesn't
but
it already exist?
server limitations, according to David.
Isn't it called the what is that one? Life?
Oh, Second Life. or
Second
something
Life?
like
Isn't it called Second Life?
No, but
that? I don't think they have physical
no.
location.
Oh, okay.
In Second Life, I'm not a dwarf that can kick your butt.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a mansion on the lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, imagine you would open up, make it because people could just flip houses. You'd
would be
buy it.
cool.
You'd buy a hot location, and then you'd resell it for a profit.
And it has like rust. You know how rust the buildings would deteriorate.
Yeah.
So you'd have to upkeep and
You have to,
everything.
like-
so
you have to
could
actually, like,
flip a
you have to
flip a house.
garden your front lawn, and stuff, plant flowers,
And then, yes, David, you can steal it. You can go into their bank vault and find the title. The
deed,
deed,
yeah.
the
Steal
deed,
the pink slip.
the deed to the house.
that would be kind of cool, like physical
I think-
locations. Yeah.
I think that is cool.
Where do you live? The suburbs behind
Next,
Stormwind.
first MMO that does that, I'm there.
That's a good idea, but I think it's stupid unless you can steal it. That would be awesome, right?
That really would, honestly, it
That's a
would.
great idea. Mr. McSpicy, what did you play this week? Fortnite? Anything else?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what you played. I will. That was deep in thoughts. Yeah.
I did play other things.
State of Decay 2.
I did play State of Decay.
Let me tell you why I know that.
Okay.
Because we're going to go to our true achievements leaderboard right
Ooh.
Did I hit
now.
some hard ones?
Let me tell you. True Achievements leaderboard. We have the XoneBros leaderboard. You want to compare yourself to the rest of the community? Head over to
Or the world.
trueachievements.com and just search X1Bros. The leaderboard will show up. Top 3 for this week is Keith at 10,875, Tay at 6,680, and Beast
Wow.
Middle at 4,315.
Very
That comes
nice.
in 1, 2, and 3. Congratulations, guys. Between us for the month of May, 1, 2, and 3. X1 has been leading all month, followed by Jordan, followed by Spicy. But at the end of the month, things are flipped. Mr. McSpicy is in first
wow.
place
First place
with a
Oh
gamer
my
score
gosh!
of 650 and 1,093
Very
true achievement
nice.
score. Congratulations. And I was like,
That's no golf clap. This
No,
happened.
that-
This has happened twice in the length of this podcast.
let me tell you how you did it. State of Decay 2,
Yeah.
like last 3 days of the month, you played the crap out of that game. Because every achievement possible is there from State of Decay 2. Because I was like, did he purposely do that? No, it wasn't on purpose. It was State of Decay. Congratulations, Mr. McSpicy, for winning the month of May between the three of us.
Money not
Do you know
wasted.
what's
with that
awesome?
game.
I didn't even try.
Yeah. Money not
That's how
wasted
cool- yeah.
with that game. See,
That's-
we were worried. Yeah.
Yeah, money not wasted. Oh yeah,
That's right.
that's true. That's
Because
true.
you bought it so you could play it early.
Yeah, we bought it. We spent the good
Jordan's
$4.99
in
version.
second, and I am in last, and I've been leading. That literally flipped the last 3 days of the month.
That makes me feel
Flippy
so
flop.
good about myself.
Flippy floppies.
I feel happy of myself right
Well,
now.
there you go. There
Thank
go.
you.
Happy times.
I'm so yeah. Do you know the worst part is you've been doing this your whole life.
I just started.
Fallout 76. Let's talk about that. So we're gonna kind of hybrid
It's
this.
the best stream I've ever seen in my life.
Fallout 76 was announced this week. The way that it was announced is amazing. Mr. McSpicy, why don't you walk us through the way this was announced, and then let's discuss it.
Randomly, Bethesda on their Twitch channel, they have a Twitch channel.
Yes, they do.
They just showed a TV. It's in a room. There's nothing else in this room except a TV and a table. And the TV, it says, please stand by. It's the Fallout, like old school kind of vibe going on. And then there's this bobblehead Fallout Boy.
Vault Boy.
Oh, that's what
Vault Boy, yeah.
I kept thinking Fallout Boy. Do 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 do. Anyways, so it's just sitting there, and it's this screen, and they turned it on at like 9 a.m. I think it was actually 9:45. I don't know. It was 9 a.m. ish, where I was. So that's Mountain Time, whatever. Anyways, they have it sitting there, and nothing happens for the first 10 minutes. and nothing happens for the first 30 minutes, and nothing happens for an hour, and then 2 hours go by. About 2.5 hours, a guy comes across the screen wearing a Skyrim shirt, of all things.
And that's when the internet broke.
There's
he
a
does-
100.
yeah,
At this point, there's about 95,000 people
Yeah.
watching. He walks through, he fixes his shirt, and then he whispers sweet nothings into the Vault
Boy.
Boy's ear.
And I'm thinking he's saying, Skyrim's coming for you, Vault Boy.
Yeah. And,
Skyrim's coming for
and
you.
then he walks away. And then nothing happens for another hour. And then a girl with balloons just walks by. She's balancing balloons on her hands. She just walks across the screen.
She
Then
must have been in the wrong room.
Yeah.
she-
Then nothing else happens. Then there's a Vault Boy head that comes in from the side and looks at you for about 5 seconds and goes back. And by this time, there's 140,000-ish people
Dude.
watching.
So cool.
So there is nothing going on for hours. Just
24 hours.
it goes on for 24 hours. Before nighttime hit, a little Vault Boy came in, and a puppet Vault Boy who, throughout the course of this time, had popped his head in and said hello. He didn't say anything, but he just waved, you know. It's a little puppet Vault Boy. He put the Vault bobblehead, laid him down, put a blanket on him, and then they had a watch but put down. And then it said 9:45. And the lights turned off with the screen still kind of.
Stayed live all night.
Yeah.
It went on for, I think it was a good 24-hour stream, right?
24-hour stream, yeah.
There's nothing going on, but throughout the night, upwards of 80,000 people stayed watching it, and nothing's happening at all. You get to the end, blah blah. So this happened for 24 hours. Tom Howard comes out at the end and goes, "Hey, thanks for watching absolutely nothing. Check this out."
And it's a teaser trailer for Fallout 76.
Yes. And it doesn't show the teaser trailer. It's one of your typical Fallout trailers where it has the music, the old like vibe of Fallout vibe music, shows the radio, pans around.
Shows the environment of inside Vault 76, what it appears to be.
A vault that looks to be in somewhat good working condition.
I think in the lore, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Vault 76 is the only successful vault out of all the vaults.
Yeah. That's what you were telling me.
Yeah,
And I didn't know that.
I think. I'm not 100% sure, so
Well-
fact check me on that one. But I think it's one of the more,
Which makes sense because the rumor mill says that this is a somewhat of an MMO type game, right? It's a multiplayer online
Survival RPG.
game. Survival RPG,
Which
right?
makes me think of Rust. So a lot of people have been comparing it to Rust.
And why that makes sense is how could you explain so many people coming out of Vault 76?
Yeah.
So Ronan in chat says that Vault 76 was a control vault. It's a control vault. Control vaults were meant to monitor and control the other experimental vaults.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know that.
So
yeah.
they were the guys in charge.
so that's why it was successful.
that's
'cause-
why
yeah.
it was the first one.
I mean, Liam Neeson wasn't there, but they still worked out.
Yes. This is true.
That was the best part about Fallout 4.
It was so
Or
good.
Fallout 3, sorry.
Yeah,
Liam Neeson.
hearing him
And you're like, you're my
and he's
dad?
and he's like, and how he's like, and this is such and such, and this. And you're like, ooh, I really wanted to impress him with my
I know,
stats,
yeah.
because I have to figure out my endurance or whatever.
You want him to be proud of you.
Proud and loud.
Yeah, that was the best part of Fallout 3 was Liam Neeson being my daddy.
I mean, what a great dad. You'd know if you get kidnapped. He's coming to. He's
Yeah.
killing people to get to you.
Yeah.
You know
He
what
trained
I
Batman.
mean? Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
there's
He did trade Batman.
and he protects his daughter pretty
Pretty
good.
well.
Yeah,
He also trained Luke Skywalker.
he did. Oh my gosh.
Luke
Or,
Skywalker.
sorry, Anakin.
Anakin.
He trained Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy knows how to fight.
He knows his
in all
shiz.
galaxies.
He knows how to train.
Yeah. Liam Neeson's not messing around. He's got the Force. He has a set of. So when he calls you up and says, I have a valuable set of skills.
Yeah. You're like,
I have a certain specific set of skills. Because he's a Jedi. And
Batman's trainer.
arch nemesis
Yeah.
that backstabs him.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
What's
that guy's legendary.
he's a legend, Liam Neeson.
Then he stops human trafficking on the side.
And that's like pocket change for
I
him,
know,
right?
it's not-
He doesn't
he
even
was
have
bored
to-
one weekend.
I mean, he's like 65 at that point.
That's what he does on his lunch break.
Yeah.
Even when he's running, he's like, whatever, like you can tell he's kind of hit his age limit, but it's pocket change.
So let me ask you this. I personally think this was the most genius way to grow hype. And the numbers bear that out. I mean, you're talking not planned, not announced, not hey, we're going to have Bethesda's going to announce this, not a tweet with Bethesda's going to announce this on Wednesday at 9:45 a.m. It was just all of a sudden out of nowhere. Didn't mention it, didn't say anything. They tweet out Twitch, their Twitch channel. You go over there, please stand by, and just speculation. Let the rumor mill start churning. Let it start going.
It's still going. Is it a battle royale? People are saying battle royale, right? People are saying MMO. People are saying maybe it's a full Fallout. I mean, you don't know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
Some type of multiplayer co-op Fallout game, maybe. I mean, it's all over the place.
And
all they said is see you at E3.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
So I think everything about that is a clue. Tell me what you think about this. I don't know if it's random or not. I kind of get the impression that this wasn't planned. They were like, hey, well, why don't we just do this? And then they did it. Maybe it was planned.
Todd Howard came and said, hey, we finished it. You want to just,
But I think, is this, let me put it this way. We'll talk
I
about.
had this vision of doing nothing for 24 hours.
Okay. Let me ask you this, though. Is this the best reveal ever?
It's a good one.
It's a good one. I don't know if I'd say best, because, I mean, I really like a lot of the Red Deads.
Trailer-wise, I mean, it's just a little teaser.
But as far as hype, like just the way they did it, let people go crazy with speculation and analyze every single little thing that you do for 24 hours. Like, that's cool. That's so cool.
How many clues? I'm sure maybe balloons play a role in the new game.
Well, when you look at the thing, it's a party, it's a celebration. So I think the balloons, Area 76, like that was definitely a part of the trailer.
I saw something on the internet saying maybe it is a battle royale type game because that's why they showed Skyrim. Have Skyrim skins or something like that. But again,
I
don't think it's gonna be a battle royale.
No, because this trailer, this is what I think.
Yeah,
this trailer is just saying, hey, we're going to talk about this at E3. That Skyrim shirt, I think they're going to talk about an Elder Scrolls game at E3.
But see, what's interesting about that is
a
friend of I at work looked up, because he's really into Elder Scrolls 2, and of course, I mean, who is it, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking it up, and in January they said, no, we're not working on it, but we will later.
But that's what they're going to say.
And then after this stream, why not lie, right? I mean, we're not working on it.
Okay,
Secretly, it's like done.
Let me tell you this. Did they ask, are you working on a Fallout? Look that up.
I don't think they
Have
did.
your nerd friend look that up, okay?
No. It was,
who is this anonymous? This is like your girlfriend that you have in Canada that we've never met?
No, it was both me and him at work. It was one of my friends at work.
I don't
we were
think
both
he
looking
exists.
it up.
I don't think he's real.
Well, you don't think I have friends?
Actually, no.
No, because we were. Well, I don't know how we started talking about it. We were talking about Skyrim, and we were talking about I wonder when the next one's coming out, and we were talking about how they usually alternate. That's why this was kind of a surprise, because usually they alternate them. They had Fallout 3, they had Skyrim, they had Fallout 4. So the next one was you're thinking Elder Scrolls, but in January the Bethesda Studios announced, no, we're not working on Elder Scrolls 6. We will in the future, but as of right now, we're working on different games and new IPs, is what they said.
So we might get a new IP. I really want a Skyrim. I was watching.
But again, they could have been
Have
lying.
you seen the Skyrim Beyond mod that's being worked on?
Yeah.
They're like creating.
Well,
they're recreating Cyrodiil. They're creating everything. Morrowind in Skyrim. So awesome.
To be honest with you, when you just re-release Skyrim on every platform imaginable,
When you have
do
a
really
mod,
need another Elder Scrolls.
Well, and you
game?
have a mod community that basically makes the game last for forever.
I mean, it's going to be on your cell phone soon,
yeah, right.
and I'll buy it.
Yeah, that's.
I think
true.
I've purchased it on every single.
Switch,
Do I have it? I think I have it on the Switch. Yeah, I think I have.
Zelda stuff. You got the Zelda stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. I've purchased it everywhere.
The best part about that trailer is because Bethesda's the man and Todd Howard's my hero. That game's coming out this year.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I think that is a great policy.
Yeah, fantastic policy, dude. When Todd Howard, dude, he's my hero. Todd Howard, Phil Spencer, man. When they stand
I said
up,
Tom Howard earlier.
Todd.
Yeah,
Howard,
I meant Todd.
Dude, when they stand up, I listen. I go,
Oh,
yeah, I like sit
quiet,
down.
guys.
Everybody.
Quiet. Hey,
Yeah.
shut up. He's speaking. The man is speaking.
Yeah. When Todd Howard comes out, something big's happening.
Is there a cooler reveal that you can think of off the top of your head, like cooler hype, or that reaches the same level? Because I think this was genius. Let the rumor mill spin.
Let the people speak.
internet freak out.
Well, I mean, this is obviously personal taste, but I really like the guy that talks in Red Dead Redemption. I can't even find those trailers anywore. They don't have them on YouTube anymore.
Oh, really?
The guy that's like, our horses have gone through significant changes over the muscles flex, and just a guy that talks. Oh my gosh,
this is fantastic technology.
I remember watching that over and over and over. I was so excited for that game because of that. So I don't know, and I like that style. This, makes people talk. It's a genius way to do it.
I think it's genius hype.
Yeah.
Genius hype.
So I don't know if it's the best because that's hard to say. And I personally don't pay attention to a lot of, trailers and stuff nowadays.
But you paid attention to this one.
I did. I had it on my screen while I was working
Yeah,
for
that's
a
what
long
I did.
time.
Yeah, because it was actually my day off, so I was just walking around the house, had it on my screen.
Here's my answer, maybe, David. Maybe.
I think it's genius. And I think this is stuff like this will be the future of advertising. I think everything's going to change. I loved this. I thought this brought I was so excited. I sat there with it up at work and I was like, "Oh, what's next? What's next? What could it be?" I think anybody want to bet a Wendy double junior bacon? That's not a double. That's In and Out. A Wendy's double bacon junior cheeseburger
On what?
Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, sure. I'll
At
take that bet.
E3?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not at
I don't
E3.
know. I don't. After
I
what's
kind of
going
trust
on,
his nerd friend.
I don't.
His imaginary nerd friend.
Yeah.
It was both of us looking up the information. I would like credit too.
Yeah. This is like I think he's an imaginary friend that
Yeah.
doesn't actually exist.
No, yeah, I don't know. They may be lying, but
I
from what it sounds like they're. I don't know. I think Elder Scrolls 6 is probably a thought, but it may be on the back.
Is his name Bruce Willis?
Is his name Bruce Willis?
I mean, come on.
Take
Because-
that. I'll take that bet.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
no, I'll take it.
2. I'll buy you 2.
I will be there.
You 2 buy me
Yeah.
1 each.
Done.
Yeah.
How about there? Done. Boom.
Deal.
Done. Witness chat. Witnessed.
Witness.
World. Witness. And with that,
Witness.
let's get this show
Go for it.
on the road. Oh, Jordan, tell us what is happening in the world that is Xbox One this week.
Well, it's June, so we have new games with gold.
Oh yeah, we have some pretty.
Do I know what
some
they
pretty
are?
interesting ones.
Do I know what they are?
So I think they sound like they're a good time. I remember I was looking at them earlier.
I'll tell you what they are.
Okay,
So
go.
first one is Assassin's Creed China, Russia. Assassin's Creed Russia.
Yeah, but that's
One
not what
of
it's.
the- one of
But
the
that's not what it's called. It's called Assassin's Creed.
Russia.
No, it's not called
Games with gold for June.
Assassin's
Chronicles.
Creed Chronicles Russia.
Well, yeah, Assassin's Creed Russia. I don't understand where the
Sorry,
Assassin's Creed Saturn.
no, it's Assassin's Creed Russia. Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia.
Yes,
It's the side-scrolling game that takes place in Russia
Correct.
with the
Yes.
Russian assassin.
I like these games. By
Assassin's
the way.
Creed Chronicles Russia.
I played the China one. It was so good.
Yeah,
So good.
Assassin's Creed China.
I really like this. So I'm confused on the second one because it's
Yeah,
free to play.
so you're probably thinking that.
yeah.
But check this out. So
Okay.
Smite is the other game. What you're thinking? Hey,
And we'll get that second half of the month, right?
yes,
Okay.
June 16th. You're thinking, hey, whoa,
Smite is free.
Smite's free. No, this
That's
is
what I
the
thought.
$100 package with 20 heroes. Yeah, yeah.
I might have to.
Yeah,
get
I
into
believe
some
it's like
Smite.
it's 20 heroes. There's probably skins and stuff, but it's basically one of the bigger bundles that they have.
And it's free?
It's free.
It's free.
$99 value.
Make sure you download that.
free.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't even
I'm
play
there.
this game.
But
I'm there.
hey, 20 heroes or something like that. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's
I'm there.
Yeah, and then for the 360, you got Sonic and Indiana Jones Lego.
One
which
more
is very
thing
cool.
is because it's Game Pass 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
Star Wars.
4 Star Wars games. You got the
Star
Force
Wars
Unleashed
games.
1 and 2. I think there was Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of
Knights
the Old Republic was on
And
there.
there was one more. I forget what it is.
The Lego.
The Lego.
That was
yes.
it. That was
Yeah.
the Lego Star Wars.
Guys,
Star Wars
and the
Saga.
Knights of the Old Republic, do not forget, is enhanced.
Oh, that's
Yes,
dirty.
It's a little bit upgraded there. I might be playing that game together with my wife.
Very nice.
Make
Yeah, I might be
decisions.
doing that too.
It's a fun one.
So I wonder, do you think it holds up? Because I've literally not played that game
Revan.
since the OG release. Since it released.
I played that game.
Does it hold up?
Revan.
No, does it hold? He's asking you a
I
question.
don't know. I haven't played it since then.
Ask
Oh,
Bruce
but-
Willis. If it,
I think. I mean, it's.
Do you think it
the
holds
graphics
what-
probably won't hold
So
up?
I know
but-
graphics and stuff won't. I'm talking about gameplay and decision making. Because if you think about it, we've advanced so far. I mean, look at any newer bio game where just the amount of decisions that you make and how it goes. Look at how like Witcher works, everything. Do you think it still has that?
It's
magic?
similar to the original Dragon Age, not as fleshed out as the original Dragon
Sure.
Age, but you can pause combat, switch characters and stuff like that.
I'm
So, I
so
mean,
excited.
it's fun.
I'm so excited to jump into that
lightsabers.
game. Happy 1 year anniversary.
You can change the colors of your lightsabers with the crystal.
I think Game Pass
Yeah.
is a game changer.
Yeah.
I think it's
No, it really is,
changing
so.
I think it's changing the world one game at a time. One free $10 game at a time.
Check this out.
Okay, yeah.
This was actually a pretty cool announcement trailer as well. Assassin's Creed.
Yes.
Odyssey.
Assassin's
Which
Creed Odyssey.
is
We're going to Greece, baby.
is gonna take place in Sparta. They're thinking.
Greece.
Greece?
Well, so it might be Sparta
Because-
he kicks the guy.
No, the logo is the Spartan helmet.
Yeah, and he does.
And then
he does
the-
the "This is Sparta"
Yeah,
kick.
the reveal trailer it's like a 4-second trailer of some guy
is
kicking someone off a cliff.
Like
Yeah,
like
in
this
the
is
movie,
Sparta.
Yeah.
Like 300?
Like
300,
300.
yeah.
I think that. What do you guys think of that time period? What do you guys think of that announcement of Assassin's Creed Odyssey going to Greece? I personally love it. And if you're doing Sparta, there's so you could do Greek mythology. You could have the gods involved. Maybe you meet Hercules. Who knows?
Maybe you assassinate
Maybe you
Hercules.
rob Hercules. Oh,
See, you go right to thievery.
it's
Every
fun.
time.
Did you not play the Thief Guild in Skyrim?
That actually was my
So
favorite.
fun.
Yeah, that was my
See?
favorite.
Yeah.
The thieves, they do it right.
That was my third playthrough,
Let me tell you too.
and it made
You're ever at a party and you meet a thief? You talk to him. That dude's got
you
stories.
made a thief, meet a thief.
Meet a thief.
Yeah.
Oh,
meet a
okay.
thief.
You talk to him. Don't let him go. That guy's got stories.
He probably
Okay.
does.
Yeah.
All right, when the next time I'm in a party,
Just make sure you keep your hands on your wallet. But
I'd be like,
your watch.
"Hey, he's a thief.
Hey.
I'm gonna go hang out with that guy."
hey, aren't you a thief?
Well, thief is classy, like robber. No,
Yeah, no, you don't want
thief is
robbers.
classy, yeah.
No, a
No, they're
thief.
trash.
Thief. You know.
They're the lower end of
Let
society.
me ask you this: was Robin Hood a thief or a robber?
He was a thief.
A thief. See, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he wore
I agree with
tights. That's upper class at that time
Yeah.
period.
I agree with that
He's a
completely.
thief.
Do you know what movie I want them to remake? Mr. and Mrs. Smith #2.
Oh.
Maybe this time Angelina and Brad have.
How did you go from Robin Hood tights and then right into Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
They wore tights too.
They do.
No,
Okay,
they
keep
don't.
going. I don't know. You'll have to later on. You'll have to explain that.
Just the way my mind
segue.
works. Okay. It's just the way my mind works. We talk Robin Hood. Naturally, there's
'Cause
some
I do that
there's
too.
some violence there.
Yeah.
Then tights. Angelina Jolie pops into my mind. Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, Sparta, Troy, Pitt, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I want there to be a Mr. and Mrs. Smith too.
And then Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's like 5 degrees of Robin Hood, right?
No.
Kevin Bacon. You know what Robin Hood sucked?
Wait, what?
The Russell Crowe Robin Hood.
Well, it wasn't
yeah.
Robin Hood.
It
You could
wasn't
have
Robin
named
Hood.
it Russell Crowe, and it
You
would have been a
could've-
fine movie.
Yeah.
You could have named it
It wasn't Robin Hood, yeah.
Siege.
Yeah.
Do you know what Robin Hood was awesome? Wait. No, that was King
The
Arthur.
BBC series was pretty decent.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
that was
there was a
pretty
lot of
good.
no. Okay,
I
sorry.
don't think that's BBC. I think it's like
This
ITV,
is not
the
Robin-
British version.
This is not
TV
Robin
show.
Hood. This is the new King Arthur movie
Oh,
that
it's
came out.
I love
epic.
that.
I'm gonna watch that one tonight.
I think I will too.
My
I-
wife doesn't like
I
it.
bought
I love it.
I bought that movie on Blu-ray, even
Yeah.
though like we have
It
punch
is
accounts
like
and stuff. I want that movie.
It's
on my own.
basically if King Arthur had a baby with Pacific Rim. That's what I feel like.
I think it's King Arthur had a baby with Sons of Anarchy.
No.
It's Sons of Anarchy
Well,
in the
The-
ancient time with the story of magic and wizardry and King Arthur.
and ninjas. Don't forget the ninjas.
well, and
David Beckham.
Yeah.
Do not forget David Beckham in there.
And somehow,
he's in there.
somehow he dated Rocky because the amount of montages
it's so
in that
great.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh my
And they're
gosh.
good
Yeah.
montages too.
Really good montage, and the length of them.
Oh,
Like,
man.
remember
I
when
want there to do a
remember
number
the
two. A number two King Arthur. They kind of have it set up. They leave it open ended a little bit for a second.
You
a
know
second
when
King
I
Arthur.
knew that this movie was for me? When you're watching it, and like right at the beginning, there's these giant elephants walking with this army, and I'm like,
Oh
okay.
yeah, dude.
And then
And
and
the
then
dude-
is it King Arthur or no the king before King Arthur, right?
Yeah.
He just says
righteous
King
King.
Senior.
Yeah, he
Arthur.
goes, "Hey, bring me my horse." and
that's so-
and you're like, "Oh, he's gonna battle this elephant." And he rides his horse. And this is a
He
spoiler,
said,
but
and
I
this
don't
is
even care.
this is a white.
Yeah.
This is the top horse.
yeah.
Yeah,
And all of a
it's
sudden,
pristine.
yeah, he's riding his horse toward this elephant, and he's like, he's gonna take on this elephant. And then all of a sudden, you realize that there's no bridge.
Yeah, because his
Like,
castle's
his
high
castle's
up.
high up, and you realize there's no bridge. So what does he do? He jumps his horse, and you're thinking, Dude, this is gonna be epic. He jumped because he's jumping with his horse, and then all of a sudden his horse just starts to fall,
And then he jumps
and
off
he
of his horse.
and then he uses his horse,
his dying horse,
yeah, to propel himself towards this elephant.
in the air.
Yeah, so the horse just it dies.
Oh, it's
like
dead.
I don't know what happens to it, and then he destroys the elephant, and that was the most epic scene.
So epic.
That's when it starts.
And you're like, oh my gosh,
yeah.
this is amazing.
Didn't we see it in the theater
Yeah,
together?
we did, and it was great.
That was like, I don't think I'm going to go refill this popcorn. I have to stay in my chair this whole time.
and then like when you said David Beckham showed up, you're like, I don't know what he's doing here.
I'm
but I
sitting there
appreciate
thinking, like, is that?
it.
I don't know. Is
And he's
that
just
him?
like he's just staring at King Arthur or
He's staring
Arthur
at him like,
at
"Is
the
that-"
time.
And then he talks, and he's like, "Hey, what you doing?" And like, that's David Beckham. That's his
And you're
voice.
like-
What you doing, man? Don't do that.
And he's looking
Don't
at you
do
all
that.
smolderingly.
All right, we're going to attack you now. And you're like, that's David Beckham,
And you're like,
a super attractive, manliest man ever with a little girl voice.
Yeah.
That's got to be David Beckham.
and you're like, why is he here guarding the sword? But you're
What
like,
is he doing
I'm
in this
okay
movie?
with him guarding
And
the
then
sword.
that's when I realized this movie's magical.
And then I think there was another montage. Right.
Then there's
after that.
another montage of King Arthur killing David Beckham.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it
What
had
a
ninjas, man.
great movie.
When it has ninjas in a King
What-
Arthur setting.
And then again, like spoilers, like King Arthur he works at a brothel as like their bouncer, and you're like, it's just blowing your mind. Like every part of this movie is blowing your
The
mind.
tradition. This
Yeah,
is not your
like,
mother. This is not your father's King Arthur.
And I loved every second of it. Like I can't get enough of that movie.
That's how I feel about the Expendables series.
Yeah, see, and you're just
Expendables series, it's completely ridiculous, and I love it.
yeah.
You know. So, with the exception of the first one, like
like, tried to be
I
serious?
almost turned it off because you're like 36 minutes into the movie, and you're like, this is dumb. They like try to tell a story, and then the action starts, and
Trying to tell a story.
Yeah.
We don't want that in a movie.
no, it's terrible
Not a
because the
movie
story
like-
is like. What? Like Sylvester Stallone is just trying, like he's trying to do something artistic here and tell like this deep emotional story
With action
with
heroes?
these crazy, awesome action heroes,
Yeah.
and then the action starts, and you're like,
Holy.
well, even my wife was like, because it was like, should we turn this off? This is stupid. And then it happens, and we're both like, whoa. And that's the rest of the film. Then Expendables 2 comes along, and they learn their lesson.
They just act
and
to
it's
the
action from point one. Like the premise of the story is, there's a bad guy, we need to kill him. Boom. That's all I need.
He wants to destroy the world somehow, kill him in every
Then
way
number
possible.
3 comes, and they're like, let's bring in Chuck Norris and Ronda Rousey. And my
And
mind is
every
blown.
other action
and
star
every other
ever.
action star. And my mind is blown even more.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Do you
awesome.
think they can do a 4?
But
Is there
in-
any action
But
stars
in
left?
number three, all the action stars use their lines. Arnold Schwarzenegger uses his "I'll be back." Bruce Willis uses
Yeah, they even got
uses Yippee
Yippee-ki-yay.
Chuck Norris uses his like sayings like Chuck Norris is
Zen
so strong.
sayings?
Yeah. It's so awesome.
Texas Walker.
Texas Ranger, yeah.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Does
Oh,
he have his hat? I've never seen the third one.
oh, the third one's good. I think the second one might be the best one, but the third one's good.
Yeah.
It's Expendables, man. You can't go wrong. Non-stop action. Put hair on your chest.
Yeah.
Just watching that movie.
So, and King Arthur, that's a recommendation and a half. That's such a
That's
great
so
movie.
good. Yeah. It was
Oh, man.
surprisingly awesome.
Dude, but when you're done watching all those movies, you can jump onto the Xbox backward compatibility.
The backwards. The backwards place.
Xbox One backward compatibility has 3 new Rockstar games.
3 of 'em.
And they're the ones of what this is awesome. You got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which I know Mark played a lot actually.
Oh, yeah, I love
Yeah,
that.
backward compatibility.
I played that like crazy.
Still got the disc, throw it in there, you're good to go.
Do I don't know where it is.
Midnight Club Los Angeles. I actually played a little bit of that one on the 3.
love
I think that
that
was on the
game.
360. Yeah.
That's my favorite one ever.
Was it Midnight Club Los
Los Angeles, yes.
No. I think that was Midnight Club 3 or something like that.
Midnight Club
I thought Midnight Club Los Angeles was the 360 one. Am I mistaken here? Let me hit the link here and I'll pull it up. We'll look at the cover.
We all need to.
Yo, you're right.
Yeah.
David, you're right.
I know my Midnight Clubs because that was my favorite one because you could literally drive to USC.
Yeah.
They like map out Los Angeles. It's great.
It's pretty impressive.
I get to know it really well intimately. I
And
knew
then-
those races. Ooh.
And then if
I knew
that's
it.
not enough,
Oh, you think that's good?
Rockstar presents table tennis.
Oh, Rockstar table tennis. They're swearing the whole
Yeah,
shot.
I know it looks like pretty like simulator and epic. Like I think they maybe did it as a joke and were like, well, people are paying for this. You want to just
They're like, why don't we make a game that we're gonna then eventually put in another game?
yeah.
That's what
This
they
was
do.
beta, and then they just like put in Grand Theft Auto.
That's exactly what they
So
do.
you got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Midnight Club Los Angeles, and Rockstar Games presents table tennis, all
so
coming
good.
to backward compatibility, which is pretty awesome.
Boom, baby.
Mega Man 11 release date set October, I believe. Very cool.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It looks like an updated Mega Man.
Yeah.
That's the best
Modern
way to describe
graphics with the sides that Mega Man feel. Very cool. David, this one, the Mark, that was for you. David, this one's for you.
it. This one's for me too. To just don't
Okay,
don't
sorry.
be a jerk about it. I
Sorry,
really like
you
this
can
game.
have this one too.
It's just basically this game is just not for you.
yeah. Well, I like this game.
Oh, you
Elite Dangerous Beyond.
Oh,
Chapter
yes,
2
Chapter 2 was
arrives
announced.
in June.
There was
which
a little
is this
trailer.
month.
There was a little trailer announced. Elite Dangerous. I keep wanting to get back into that, and then I just don't for whatever reason. But there's another fun game. You know what Elite Dangerous is? It's a
good game.
better Sea of Thieves, but for space.
Yeah. I would
Sea of Thieves for space.
absolutely agree.
Isn't that's? I think. In fact, I think Sea of Thieves says, why don't we take Elite Dangerous and just
put it in the
ocean?
with a shark.
Except for it's not really because you can't buy different ships or anything. This comparison actually falls apart.
What?
Sea of
The
Thieves.
base
or space.
idea maybe
Well,
stays
yeah, the
so-
base
But it's
idea.
sandboxy.
Yeah.
It's sandbox, open exploration. It's so good. You know what we've not jumped into, guys? We can now all be on the same ship. We've not played this since original release.
Oh, Elite Dangerous?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we
I
can now be on
was
the
like,
same
I was
ship.
like,
did
I
we,
believe
let's
I
call it
even do
Galleon.
a dance on your ship daily.
No, sorry, Elite Dangerous. Planetary Landings, which
Oh.
I did play a little bit, the Planetary Expeditions, but what a good game.
I'll have
And then
to
the
get it.
factions, the way the factions work.
All
and
right,
the
I'm
economy-
re-downloading it.
The
Re-downloading it.
economy within the factions, I love it.
The factions within the factions.
And now Beyond 2. So these seasons are how they tell their story. So there's actually like a campaign that goes on, and these are how they do it. So Beyond 2, really looking forward to it. Boom,
yeah,
there you go.
Very good. And then last but certainly most not least.
Most not least.
Yeah, definitely.
The most not
The
least.
most not least.
mostly least.
Monster Hunter World this week. Free update that adds Empress of Flame Lunastray.
She's coming back.
Oh,
The Empress is coming back.
She's pretty pissed.
Pick up her crown.
She is pretty mad. She's coming back to. Oh, dude, the screenshots look epic.
Dude, Monster Hunter.
She's like a. You remember what's that movie with the dog that the kids fly on that like freaks everybody out? Never Ending Story.
Never Ending
Now
Story.
imagine that guy getting dragon wings.
For the record, as a child, I had a huge crush on the Never Ending Story princess girl.
Who didn't?
She had like a little diamond in between her.
Yeah, who didn't?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
also,
ima-
I always wanted one of those flying dog lizard things. It's like a giant wiener dog that flies.
It really is. And he looks like seasoned. He's got like the mustache that comes
He's got
down.
the
He's like,
floppy ears.
Yeah.
You just want to pet him.
Yeah.
But then you see him like a dragon, and then when he screams, it's a little bit creepy and scary. He's like,
yeah, it's
and
pretty.
he flies in.
Yeah, they have like the robotics on his eyes going up, and it's like pretty.
And I just remember when they end and they're in that basement, and the little boy's like, "What happens now?" And she's sitting there, and I'm like, "Oh, she's adorable."
Jizz.
All right.
So imagine the dog
to
with
know.
big
Yeah,
old
it's good to
dragon
know.
wings.
Yeah,
This is
that's
it.
exactly.
Dude, now check this
Thanks
out.
for bringing us back, Jordan.
Yeah.
Check this out. Her capacity to alter the environment around
Ooh.
her is unmatched.
Unmatched
That's
by
what they're
anyone.
saying.
Dude,
That's what
look
they're
at the
saying.
new armor
They're
you
telling
get
to
from
stay,
it.
They're telling you to stay awake and alert because of her burning blue fire. It's all over the place.
Dude,
it looks epic.
The weapon sets that you can get, the armor sets look so awesome. It is
Dude, Monster Hunter.
It is the first podcast of the month. It's literally June 1st. We will be doing the drawing next week, so we normally do it the first podcast of every month. However, the first podcast never lands on the first, and for some technical reasons behind the scene with Patreon, we're actually not able to do a drawing until about day 3 of the month.
Okay,
Most of our
okay.
podcasts land like usually the first Friday of every month is like a 4th or a 5th. So we will be doing the podcast drawing on next week's podcast, the podcast right before E3. So stay tuned for that.
For next week.
For our Patreon drawing for a chance to win a video game.
Yeah. Sorry,
There you go.
Jordan, to take away your news.
No, I think that was it.
And that brings us to the next segment of our show. Oh, that like went out
Weird.
and went in.
That went in one in one ear and out the other.
This is the portion of our show where we take questions from our mailbag.
mailbag.
The mailbag.
The mailbag. In order to submit a question each week, you just need to subscribe to us on Patreon. $3 or more gets you access to the mailbag. Support the show and the community by joining our weekly mailbag over at patreon.com/positive gaming or XoneBros.com and hit the support tab at the top of the page. We also we do a drawing every month for you. So next week we're going to be doing the monthly drawing. Every month we do it first podcast of every month. Minus this one because it's just the way it lies. It's awkward.
Yo.
And also, we did record our bonus episode yesterday. Yep, that's right. It's here. It's intimate. It's fun. It's exciting. And it's more of the sultry goodness you've come to love and enjoy of the XoneBros.
Nice.
And if you want to get access to that, that's also on, you just have to subscribe on Patreon. First question. A lot of questions about Fallout 76. Richard Brown, Garrett Atwell, and William Sweeney all want to know what our thoughts are on Fallout 76. But more specifically, what would your ideal setting be for the game? Garrett Atwell says, me personally, I would love to see somewhere like Miami. But William Sweeney thinks it'd be sweet if it took place somewhere in London. Thoughts? I think it's going to take place. Everybody thinks West Virginia because of the song West Virginia.
Yeah, does London fit into the lore?
I don't know if you can go outside the U.S.
I would be all for it, but the lore.
I don't know what the lore is. I'm not a lore. The first Fallout I played was this last Fallout.
Is it China and America? They have their nuke thing.
Yeah.
I think it's China and America, and there's a huge. They have the government. I mean, so yeah, I don't know how you could do London in the lore. It would be interesting. I don't know if it'd be the same setting. I mean, they could, right? But I think it's West Virginia because of the song that they used in the trailer.
West Virginia.
Yeah.
Because they have to remember they have that faction that's the president. He's always on the radio. That patriotic robot that keeps coming around.
Oh yeah.
There's so much that has to do with China and America.
I mean, but what you could do, I suppose, but see, I don't know. The fact that they're tied to Project 76 and Project 76 is mentioned throughout each of throughout the series that we've already played. Well, I've not already played, but I don't know if you can go outside of that. Now, if you didn't have it tied to Project 76, or maybe you could do something where London was preparing beforehand, this group of people in London, and they went underground knowing this would happen, type of deal.
Yeah, and on second thought, to counter my own argument,
Yeah.
in New Vegas, they did have the Romans there.
Dude, they were a legit faction, and their DLC was good.
But
So you could do whatever you want.
Yeah,
really.
honestly, we could do London. We could do Venus. Who cares? Well, we could figure it out.
Yeah, Cooper says, according to the Fallout Wiki, Vault 76 is located somewhere near Washington, D.C., which makes sense why West Virginia is playing on the radio. A lot of people think it stays in West Virginia.
I honestly believe that was Bethesda had a budget meeting for New Vegas, and they're like, really, we can't afford to put new character models in, and they're like, well, we have Elder Scrolls models. We could just
Copy-paste?
Yeah.
Copy-paste.
I really think New Vegas just copy-pasted. And then they went to the writing team and they're like, okay, we got to figure out how to get some Romans into a post-apocalyptic America. And they're like, well, let's just make them crazy. And that's the lore.
So
Dude,
if you could pick anywhere, though, and let's pretend that it has to stay in the U.S., what would your ideal environment location be?
I liked Washington, D.C. from Fallout 3, so if they can reimagine that would be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
McSpicy?
No, a Mad Max setting, so like a desert.
Desert is always cool.
Isn't the entire thing a desert, though?
Because it's post-apocalyptic. I guess every map is the same once it's been hit by a nuke.
That's true. Well, I do think Miami's interesting because you could do like the peninsula of Florida or somewhere where
you could do the marshes.
But no, you could do a beach so that you have ocean around you. Maybe there's an island out there, maybe not. Maybe now you have mutant sharks because of
a megalodon.
Yeah. Maybe a
Wait,
mutant tiger shark.
what are those characters that are way hard to deal with in Fallout? What are they called?
Ferals, ghouls?
Yeah, no, not those guys. The big shark-looking dudes.
Super mutants?
Yeah. I mean, they kind of have those, and we call them super mutants.
Suggestions in chat. New York City would be awesome. New York City would always be good. Detroit. Not a lot of games done in Detroit.
There's Detroit.
Didn't Watch Dogs do Detroit?
I think the game Detroit Did Detroit?
Oh,
yeah.
but that's a futuristic Detroit.
No,
yeah, you're right.
I'm telling you, once you hit Detroit with a nuke, it's going to look like Washington D.C. with a nuke.
Yes.
Or Las Vegas with
With a nuke, yeah. That's just how the
So
that's how the-
Seattle's kind of the best of both worlds because you get a big city on the ocean. See, and I want some ocean play, man. Give me some ocean play.
Didn't Fallout 4 have an ocean next to it? It was Boston.
I think it did.
Okay, well, you're just screwing
No,
up on
but
my
it
stuff.
looks like Boston with a nuke. Kind of
It's
looks like
Seattle
Washington.
with a nuke.
I know.
Beast
It's like wallpaper.
Beast 420 in
Oh.
chat says do Texas and then just make it a ripoff of Red Dead. Pull an epic.
Pull an epic.
Oh, pull an epic.
Anyways, great question. Thank you very much, Garrett Atwell, and also Richard Brown. He wanted to know what our thoughts, predictions were for Fallout 76. We kind of talked about it already. But William Sweeney wants to know. He wanted to know if we thought London was cool, but he also wants to mention or ask who won the English Premier League fantasy football, and I believe that was Mr. Bill Sweeney, Mr.
All
William
right.
Sweeney. Let's give him a golf clap
Round of
for winning the
applause.
English Premiership, our community English Premiership fantasy football league.
All right.
And that's football as in football. Whoa.
Hey, he deserves a good
Standing
clap.
ovation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I pressed the really big crowd button.
Oh, he deserves a really big
Well,
crowd.
he won.
Congratulations, William Sweeney. And thanks for reminding me. Sean Fitzpatrick.
Your computer wants to update.
Oh my gosh! No, I want to remind me
I
later.
thought it was like the computer was streaming on. I was like, oh no,
No,
not this
no.
again. Not this again.
You're
I
having,
wish
like,
I got to turn on
flashback.
my backup. I
You're
haven't
having
been
like
running my backup this whole
flashbacks
time.
to
Flashback for the win.
Yeah.
Oh, Cooper says Hawaii. Oh, Hawaii.
Would Hawaii
That's
survive a nuke? I mean, it's already a small island. Like, would the island just disappear?
Because you could still incorporate volcanoes
I mean, I
into
saw-
it too.
I saw what the nuke did to Megaton.
Butch, by the way, did you see that the video of the volcano?
It was a crater.
It was a crater. It's
Yeah.
true. I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. I
did
got
too.
a whole bunch of sad face points. I became an evil person.
Do you know what's funny about? Can I just tell a story
Yeah.
about that? So you go into a fall. They do this on purpose. They're geniuses. It's Todd Howard, man.
'Kay.
So you go into Megaton, and one of the first people you meet because of a quest is the happiest, go-lucky shopkeeper girl that just loves the world. And like you can't get mad at her because she's like, "Oh, this is so awesome, this and that," and you're like, "All right, thanks." You know, she like really makes you feel welcome because you
Sure.
just came out of the vault. Your Liam Neeson died, and you don't
Yeah.
know what's going on in
Yeah.
life, and she's just so friendly to you. And then you decide to nuke the town. And you're like,
Do you know why you nuked the town? Because you want that penthouse.
yeah.
You want the hotel, and they won't give it to you
So-
unless you blow that city up.
So you nuke the town. You're like, oh well, everybody's dead, and you kind of move on. You're like, she was a happy
This is
person.
so
You know,
great.
she was a happy person. You move on, and then like I end up walking back over there, and all of a sudden there's like this voice, and you're like, she's like, hey, and I turn,
And she's all like,
she's like a ghoul.
she's all messed up.
And you're like, oh my gosh. And she's like, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Now I can go to the ghoul town. I've always wanted to go there. I'm so happy. And she like runs away and you're just like it was the biggest I don't know how they did it, but they put a "you're a douche" for nuking this town moment in their own
Look
game.
what you did to
Yeah,
this
and
person
you're like
for that
I-
building. This
I-
is a living person for the building.
Seriously, after that, I resaved that game and I played the right way because I felt so bad. You're just
Are
like,
you kidding me?
Yeah,
That
no, I
hotel
resaved.
is sick.
He has a
I
heart.
went and killed
He
the
has a
hotel
heart.
guy.
Dude,
Yeah.
but you
Dude,
get
after
the
you see her
view-
ghoul face, and you're just
The
like,
view from that penthouse and that hotel is just, it's gorgeous.
I couldn't finish that bad karma game. I couldn't finish that path. It was too much for
If
me. Like,
Bethesda-
after you saw her and you're like, oh.
If Bethesda could only make one game, Skyrim or Fallout, and the series, and that's the series that they did for the rest of the
Forever?
existence, forever. Skyrim or Fallout or Elder
Scrolls.
Scrolls or Fallout.
Yeah.
Which series would you pick for Skyrim to do?
For Bethesda to do.
I mean, for Skyrim, for Bethesda to do.
Yeah.
I would.
Elder Scrolls or Fallout?
I mean, so I really like the fantasy setting. However, with that engine and how the vault thing, you know, the what's that thing called where you can freeze time and then point
Oh,
off
VATS.
the VAT system?
Yeah.
That VAT system is
Vault Assistant Targeting. Or
Yeah.
Vault Assisted Targeting System. I
Okay,
think
that
that's what it
thing.
sounds like, yeah.
The thing where you can freeze
Pip-Boy.
time. Yeah, the thing on your wrist. The gunplay on that is wins for me.
Oh, really?
I would choose Skyrim if they could have guns.
I have three words for you to counter that.
Okay.
Foos ro da.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but it's guns. So if you could put the guns,
Well, you mean you have arrows, bows and arrows.
it's not
You
the
also
same.
have magic flames. I was freaking flaming people left and right.
I know, but it's not the same. It's so satisfying to get
That is
a
true.
crunch headshot with your.
So McSpicy picks Fallout.
Yeah.
I will say Fallout's personality very appealing. Like their sense of humor with it,
Yeah.
really appealing.
Both games are super fun. I'd probably pick Elder Scrolls because I like the fantasy setting.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
and I like fantasy
that's
setting,
what's.
yeah.
But it's hard. But Fallout's really fun. I play them both.
So
Myself,
game mechanics,
Fallout,
setting, Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls. Well, but you have to choose
In
one. So
chat-
you choose Fallout because of
So a new game that's created that is
Called-
It takes place on Saturn.
before
in,
when Todd Howard retires, like the few years before he retires, when he knows.
I want
I'm gonna
Epic to
retire,
come make
he
a
needs-
game and
yeah.
just copy it with those both
No,
mechanics
no.
in it.
Todd Howard should just make that game and call it Fallout Skyrim.
Well, in the
That is really that is a
Just
good
com-
name.
Combine them.
How did you come up with that?
The
s-
ultimate
name.
Yeah.
in the
See what I did there?
Yeah, that is perfectly. It perfectly describes what you're talking about.
in the live chat, they're talking about Elder Vaults.
Elder Vaults. Oh, I see.
Little
that.
mashup there.
Little mashup.
Oh my
Elder
gosh,
Vault.
this is like celebrity names where you mix them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever mixed your face with a celebrity to see what baby you get? Put a picture of you and a celebrity.
I'll be honest. I have no idea what you're talking about, and it's kind of creeping me out.
You don't know those stores you can go to where you can
Yeah, I
pay
don't.
for that service?
I don't know if this is a dream you've had, or if I got to be worried that you're gonna put my skin on your face, and
Next question.
and have me in the basement and kill me.
Oh, here we go. Here's one too. Oz Bunny Boy in chat. Fallout or Borderlands? Only one could be
Fallout.
picked. You pick Fallout over Borderlands?
Fallout, yeah,
Fallout over Borderlands?
yeah.
Not knocking Borderlands, but I would pick Fallout.
You prefer Fallout. I think it's just more it's more RPG and that has a longer lifespan than Borderlands. Borderlands more loot, Fallout's more RPG, and that RPG is done really well.
Yeah.
Next question comes from Sean Fitzpatrick. Mr. Sean Fitzpatrick writes in and asks, what's your opinions on companies revealing and teasing new games with E3 just a week or two away? Do you think they're just trying to get more hype before a big reveal and try to get more coverage before the big rush of content that will come from E3? Or with some companies getting away from the main E3 event, such as Microsoft being at its own place with just a booth for Mixer at E3, are they just revealing before because they feel E3 isn't as big as it used to be? I like to go first on this one. I think it's hype. It's totally hype. I think E3 will always be around. I think E3 holds. And I'm not just saying that because we're going. The value is that you get the world's media in one place to try out your game, give them a first impression. You get to control it much more so than even your own event. And I think it's for hype. I think in Bethesda's case, it's all hype. It's just a teaser and then saying, this is the reason you should tune in to Bethesda's press conference. Like, I think that's what they're doing. McSpicy. Thoughts?
I think it's a little bit of magic hands. I think
Okay.
it's kind of like a redirect.
Ah.
I think like what Bethesda's doing, they're sprinkling over. Look over here, and then wha-bang.
Then they're going to punch us. Cold cock
punch us with something
Cold
big.
cock us with awesomeness.
Watch it be just like a phone game. It's not even like a real game. It's just like a little app.
Or what? They're just
Well,
like,
that's what Fallout Shelter is.
Yeah, but like they announced
that's
it as
what
an app. You know what I mean? Like, what if like they just did this huge CGI trailer? and
Pure
it's just-
mobile?
Yeah, it's just like mobile only.
Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny.
And then they drop Elder Scrolls.
Jordan,
6.
how about
It's
you?
all
What do you?
about it's all about hype and the redirect, right?
Oh yeah, it's all about hype. And they probably had to shave off some minutes on their press conference.
What do you think, Jordan?
Save some money.
Yeah.
It was a budget meeting thing.
No, I think it's all hype. And they probably had to shave off some minutes on their press conference.
So, I don't think that's it at all. But why do they have
Well,
to save
no,
off minutes? They're on Sunday night.
Yeah, but I mean, they have a certain time frame. Like, hey, this needs to be this long. This needs to be this long, right?
So-
blah blah blah, right?
Technically, Bethesda did shave off 24 hours of their press conference.
What if their press conference is just an hour and a half of that? Please stand
Well,
by.
they came out
and then
and
the
said-
last half hour is just like a trailer.
Didn't they come out and say this is our longest E3 appearance ever? And it kind of makes sense now that they did a 24-hour nothing.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they had to do that to You're looking something up. Okay, we'll keep talking. Jordan.
Okay.
We'll keep using
they
our
shaved off
imagination.
2
Well,
minutes.
I'm
Yeah.
looking up, since we're talking about it, I'm looking up whether Jordan's correct or not that he came out
always
that,
right.
that Bethesda came out and said that
He's
there's
always
no-
right. His imaginary friend is sometimes wrong.
So the amount of secrecy around a new Elder Scrolls is no joke. This is according to Games Radar. Todd Howard recently mentioned in an interview, this was an article written yesterday, recently mentioned in an interview that his son doesn't even know any of the details about it. In Howard's own words, his son is like, okay, when is Elder Scrolls 6 coming? And I'm like, I'm not going to talk about that right now either. He's like, can I give you my ideas? Can I work on it? Come on, tell me a few things. I'm not going to tell anybody. And I'm like, well, you might, so I'm not going to say anything. I think Elder Scrolls is going to be announced.
Well, if you look at another interview by the head of Bethesda, which is the guy that brought the drinks out on the stream, he said that as of right now, and this was in January of 2018, they are not working on it.
According to
And Todd Howard,
Jordan's imaginary friend.
And the thing is, Todd Howard right there neither confirms nor denies anything. You know what I mean? He gave the press answer. He goes, they go, what do you do? He goes, well, I think that's a great idea. And you're the press answer.
I just think if Mark is right, if it's a look over here and we're going to smack you, I think that smack
Dude,
might
hey,
be an Elder Scrolls.
I hope it is. And I don't know, like, in January, they said that they were not working on it. That could have been a big lie, right? I mean, they're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that, yeah, I'm not working on a game. Bam, here it is.
No,
we're
on a
not
game.
working
Boom.
on an Elder Scrolls, but we're working on a Nelder Scrolls.
Yeah.
No.
Elder Scrolls.
I wonder. We got to see that.
Or
original
maybe
quote.
An old scroll.
Maybe it's not called Elder Scrolls 6. Maybe it's called a sub name, right? Like
Yeah.
Fallout 76.
Like
Morrow Scrolls.
Morrowind 2.
No, like Elder Scrolls The Lost
Skyrim.
Chapters. I don't know.
The Lost Chapters. By,
The Lost Scroll.
Fable.
Sorry, Jordan, do you think these hypes, do you think these releases are to set someone apart from E3, or do you think it's hype building for E3?
Well, I mean, they just teased Fallout 76, so where are you going to be Sunday night? You know, you're going to be watching
Fallout
Bethesda.
76,
Yeah,
true.
you're gonna
Great question, Sean. Thank you very much for writing in. Free Radical writes in and asks, how about DLC versus subscription versus games being released with promised improvements? Examples, Destiny versus WoW versus Sea of Thieves. Which model do we find superior? DLC, the subscription model, like a WoW, or games being released with the promise of improvements? So a Sea of Thieves, hey, this is the base game. Stay tuned. It's good. It's about to get really good.
Yeah. I like the WoW model subscription because I feel like with their subscription you get what you pay for, but they have the power and the audience to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A game can't just come out now and say, "Oh, we're a new game."
Yeah.
Subscription.
I think just people aren't trained that way. Like, if you think about it, has there been another subscription game that's done it successfully?
The next most successful one subscription-wise would be Realm Reborn, Final Fantasy, because they don't have any free-to-play mode. It's all subscription.
okay.
They have different levels of
However,
subscription. They have
again-
$12.99 and
Again, when you
$14.99.
look at that, that's an insanely huge audience
Yeah.
behind Final Fantasy. They
yeah,
had
and then
years
the
to grow
next
that audience.
biggest one after that would be
ESO.
ESO because
But
they
it's an
have the
option
option.
to
Yeah. The
subscribe.
only reason because I think order wise it probably goes WoW has the most players and ESO is right close next to him and then probably Final Fantasy. I mean I don't know the exact numbers. But I think those are the top 3 MMOs
You don't
around
think
right
you
now.
don't think like a Terra or
No,
Star Wars,
No,
Star Trek
no,
Online, any of
no.
those?
I think those are the 3 big ones. I think WoW is in the lead with player base. I think closely after that is ESO.
You don't
Because
think Guild Wars 2
I think,
still has a strong player base?
I think it has a strong player base. I don't think it has as much as we're talking in the millions.
Yeah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean.
That is
Like
true.
I'm sure. Let's say Guild Wars 2 has 1 million. WoW has 6-7 million, right?
Yeah.
And then ESO I think they had at 1.5 million active players, but they're across all 3 platforms,
Yeah.
right? And then you got Final Fantasy, another subscription base which has quite a few millions of players as well.
Yeah.
So I think those are your top 3 in population, right? But
Yeah.
I think Elder Scrolls does a subscription model correct because they give it as an option, but it's still enticing to grab it.
Yeah, I'll
and
tell you
not
my
grab
least
it.
favorite of these 3: game being released with promised improvements. I think that's a preview program.
Well, if you have to promise an improvement, then you obviously didn't do something right.
Yeah. I think you're releasing too early if that's the case.
Yeah, like it's just the way it's worded. Like now, promising more features in the future is different, but promising improvements, like what are we talking about?
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're gonna release this game, we're gonna improve it later though, and it's like, well, what's not improved? Like, why is it not improved now? Type of thing, you know.
And when we talk DLC, I think I like the idea of expansions versus DLC.
But the thing is improvements can be good things because I mean, Destiny 2 came out with an expansion recently, and they improved a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, because you got to get it out to the players, and then when the players play with it, you can figure out what you need.
Also,
to
I
improve.
would like to
It's
see
interesting.
more games on this go mod mode.
Yeah.
So let
possible.
gamers mod your game, and it will last for forever. Can you imagine if Witcher had a modding community?
Well, it does.
It does?
Yeah, on the PC.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, a big one.
So can you mod as...
The only reason Skyrim is so popular there's pretty much probably 90% of all PC games have a modding community. The reason Skyrim's so popular is because they allow those mods to transfer to the console, and no one else really does.
Oh, so Witcher doesn't transfer to the console?
No.
But Witcher has mods on the PC?
Oh yeah,
I
there's
didn't
some
know
good
this.
ones. Yeah.
Story mods, the whole shot?
I don't. I mean, the
See,
sky's
as
the limit.
fleshed out as a
I've seen
Skyrim?
graphics mods and different other types of mods like that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
See,
I'm sure they do.
Can you imagine, does Rockstar let you mod
yeah.
Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto 5 online PC. Is there mods, Mark?
Yes.
See?
Full Skyrim levels, full stories, full additional content from mods? Or is it like simple maps? You know, here's a golf
Simple
course that I
maps. I
created.
mean, they all use the same map, right? Which is the Grand Theft Auto 5 map.
Sure.
That's everything
Okay.
that you'd possibly need. They even have...
Or like game modes, I guess. So just game modes, or is it like do they add full stories?
No.
Stuff like- you know, like how Skyrim has full separate stories, the whole shot.
Yeah, I believe so. I want to double check that, but I believe they have even specific servers that you can do whatever you want to.
very
with. So
cool.
let
Oh,
me.
that's
I'll
cool.
look that up. But
That's cool. Anyways, great question, Free Radical. That's kind of how you've seen the divide. I mean, there's DLC, subscription, and then here's our game that will evolve over time. I think that's maybe what's meant by continued
improvements,
improvements.
yeah.
And constantly evolving.
Yeah.
Game.
That's a better way to word it.
I'm
yeah.
looking at mods where you can ride dragons, do the zombie apocalypse. They have a lot of stuff.
Okay, very cool. I like that. I really like.
There's actually even a mod where Trevor looks sane. Did you see that one?
Beast420 writes in and asks, "What are your thoughts on online gaming etiquette? What are your pet peeves when playing with people? And do you think it's rude if someone just joins your party or
Yeah.
game without
is-
asking?" Couple. That there's nuance there. Can I answer the first one? I mean that last question. Do I think it's rude to join your party or game without asking? So, Devin doing the podcast, I basically have to put do not disturb on all the time, which I love do not disturb by the way, all the time, because then I have to whenever I create a party, instantly has to make party invite private because people I've never talked to will just jump in, and I do think that's a little rude. I think gaming etiquette, shoot me a message. Say party invite ? Or just something simple. Let me say yes or no to you.
Yeah.
Don't force your friendship on me.
Yeah. Because I've had this discussion.
It
with you
becomes
guys before.
awkward. It becomes awkward.
Yeah.
Well, so
Kids
yeah.
do it a lot. It's a lot of younger people.
Do you want to say stuff, or because I have things to say on this?
And I remember on
no,
the,
you guys, you're on the same.
I'll give you an
my
example.
my
Remember
etiquette's
on
actually
the-
something completely different.
Remember on the 360, we'd play with Jono, and Jono at the time was like
yeah, all
in
his
8th grade,
friends.
and he'd jump into a party with us, and next thing you know, we've got 50 of his friends in there, like just, hey Jono, hey Jono, hey Jono, hey Jono, hey Jono,
Yeah.
and it's like, guys, we're playing a game.
Get out.
We're playing a game,
Yeah.
and I think that was before you could make
So
it invite only on the 360.
yeah. So in our position, we have when we go online, we get messages and people all the time.
I can show
Which
you
is
on my
not a
phone.
bad
I have
thing
like
to
300
message us, just for the
It's,
record.
it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
not
fine.
a bad thing to message because I like some of
So-
the conversations I have.
I know some of the conversations are great. I think this is my opinion, and there's no rule book on this, right? So take this as you whatever. I get invited to parties all the time when I play. They pop up all the time. That's why the do not disturb is really nice, right?
Yeah.
That kind of bugs me a little bit. If you send, I have this inner policy. It's like my own personal
Sure.
policy on.
Well, and keep in mind, these party invites that are popping up are people that you've never played with before
Yeah.
and don't know. So it's
I
different
don't-
if, like, let's say, like Ronan's in chat. Let's say Ronan invites you to a party. You know Ronan. You've played with him in community plays, you
Or
know,
me.
or Jordan, or, you know,
Yeah.
someone that
Yeah,
you
hi,
played
Jordan.
with. That's different.
Generally, this is my rule. And now I'm going to be playing with a lot more people because I've never said this out loud. If you send me a message and it's polite and it says, hey, do you want to play something? Or I'm in Fortnite too. You want to play? Sure, I'll invite you to my party and we'll go. If you just send me a random party invite or a game invite,
Sure.
I ignore you. Because it's like I told Jordan this. When people just join the party or whatever, it's like my front door is wide open. They open the front door and walk in without knocking first. The message is the knock. It's being polite. It's like oh yeah, sure, I'd love to. Or I can't right now. I just finished my dailies in that game. I'm working on this game now. You want to play this one, right?
Yeah.
I've had people, and there's been, honestly, kids are polite in my experience.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah.
See, I'm dealing with a Minecraft crowd
Yeah.
via
Maybe,
streaming.
but see, maybe the UK and Australia, maybe they just have, good parenting. Because those are the ones.
It's usually the foreign children.
The foreign children are polite. They ask, they're like, "Hey, do you want to play?"
Them American teenagers.
Yeah,
that's
it's those American teenagers that just open up my front door to my
hell.
house.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, man.
No, and see, if you want to game with us, I would love to game with you too. Just knock first, right? Send a message, and that feels like okay, sure. And I am really good at replying and saying why I cannot, or if I can't, right?
Yeah.
So don't just send me a party. That's good etiquette for anyone. Don't just join their party randomly, or don't just shoot party invites randomly.
Yeah, agreed. I think that's just normal. Normal. Do you think it's rude to ask someone to join your party? So, what are your pet peeves, and what are your thoughts on online gaming etiquette? Let's go to Jordan.
Oh, so mine for etiquette is just be nice, because I had an experience this week.
Oh, this is a
Yeah.
recent. Whoa,
So-
it's counseling session. Do we have some sad
Yeah.
music? Let's play it for Jordan. Okay, go ahead. Unburden yourself.
I would say the gamer tiger. It's someone I've never met before. But
Okay,
anyway,
unburden yourself,
I've
Jordan.
been playing a lot of Halo 5 multiplayer lately.
Oh, yes.
Getting into the competitive scene.
Yes. Okay.
And you play ranked, you get ranked, and it's Halo 5's it's tough. It's a tough ranking. You lose, you go down.
There's a
you
crowd
win, you go
laughing
up.
at you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's how it felt this week.
We're just gonna mock you more.
No, so what happened
Halo
was
5?
I played in this ranked match, and I'll even admit it wasn't my best match. Like I didn't do the best, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, we ended up losing that match.
Well,
But the
everybody
thing
has
is-
an off match.
Well, no. Well, that's what I let this guy know, in a nice way. But so what happened is it was actually
This is sad. This is sad.
it's not
is
like
sad.
so it's Team Slayer. It was like 50-48. You know what I mean? It was a close match, right? And if I had a few less deaths, maybe we would have won, right? So anyway, it wasn't my best match, but also wasn't the worst match. Just wasn't the best one. So anyway, right after the game, I'm like, it's a bummer. I get my ranking and I'm good. And some guy immediately sent me a message, and it was mean.
What did he
He
say?
basically told me I should never play ranked and this and that.
You
this
should
and
never
that.
play ranked.
Yeah,
and I'm
'cause
sorry that you're that you were
trash and
ever
this
born.
and that. So I just replied. I was like, okay, well, hey, first off, if you look at my,
Don't-
oh, what?
Oh.
Yeah,
Hold on, let's just have a
Okay.
moment for Jordan.
yeah.
Let's,
It was really mean.
Jordan. I'm sorry.
I want to say that
It
I'm sorry
I'm,
that happened to you.
It hurts your feelings.
I'm sorry that happened to you, and I'm here for you.
You know
man.
who I thought of
Can we
immediately?
turn that up to just let it out? Hold on. Silence. It's just just feel it. Take a moment and feel your pain
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
and I'm here
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. I actually
and let it go.
Before I reply, I mean, I laughed at it because it's kind of funny, but I actually thought of Blake the Barber immediately because
Barber Blake?
he actually had that happen to him in Forza a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. So anyway, and I kind of thought of what he said, so I basically,
What did you reply?
so I replied, I was like, hey man, I know I had a bad match. I'm sorry I can't have great matches like you every time.
Check out our
And, like,
podcast.
yeah, check this out. Yeah.
I actually.
No, I basically said I said I'm sorry I can't have perfect matches like you every time. I realized it wasn't the best match for me, and then I let him know that my rank was still higher than his. I was like, just so you know, my rank's actually higher than yours, so I don't know why you're messaging me. And then after that, I said also, I don't know what kind of a person it takes to send a mean message over the internet to someone he's never met before. So you should be nice. And then I put a smiley face and sent it to him. Right?
Did he reply?
Yeah, he replied. He was like, "Oh, I just, I thought." He basically said, "Well, I thought with that record, you should be able to accept some trash talking." And I was like, "No, I understand that I did bad. I just think you should be nice." And then and then I never heard from him again.
I actually have pre-made things.
Yeah, I know. And I was just thinking, like,
So yeah, I have pre-made responses to douchebags on
Because
Xbox Live.
you use it via the Xbox Live app, right? On your
yeah,
computer.
on my
So just
on my
copy and
phone.
paste?
I just copy and paste. Let me find.
You have a good one.
well, like,
Yeah, they're good. They remember when people trash talk me, I don't trash talk back normal. I go for like personal.
You guilt.
I
well,
go for the
I didn't-
jugular.
I didn't want to try and be mean. I mean, I did mention that my rank was better than his, but
Hi
gotta find
Warriors. Hi Warriors in chat says, Jordan, sorry I sent you that message.
oh, no, it's funny. No, I mean, like, I didn't try to be. I mean, I did let him know. I'm like, hey, you know, I said, hey, I understand I had a bad game. I'm sorry. By the way, my rank is better than yours.
FYI,
Also,
I'm still better than you.
yeah. And then
FYI, dab.
Yeah.
Dab it.
And then I put also, what kind of a person does it take to send a mean message to someone he's never
Especially
met
on
over
the
the
Xbox.
internet?
You know
Over the internet
You know the effort it
about a
takes
game
to
yeah.
type that in with
and
a,
then
with
I
a
put,
controller?
And then I put comma, you should try and be nice, happy face. And that's when he sent back, he was like, well, I thought you could take some trash talk. And I was like, I can. And I told you, I understand that I had a bad match, but I think you should be nice.
This is one of. I have a whole list of pre-mades depending on the situation. This is one that I copy and paste quite often.
I've like never got a mean. I don't think I've ever gotten a mean.
You
Dude,
have
the
not
internet's mean, man.
Yeah, there are
67% of the internet
No,
are
83% of the internet are
yeah.
dicks.
Yeah.
That's just
according
just,
to Bill Burr. And honestly, his statistics are pretty close.
Okay, that's an
So
accurate
this is-
study.
Yeah.
You want one of them? I'll give you one of them. This
Give
is
me-
kind of
give me
like your
one.
generic. So they say some terrible,
And you just copy
toxic.
paste this.
I
Boom.
copy and paste this. I just say, real life lesson here. Try not to be a douche. If you are nice to people, life will be much happier. If you're going to be a dick to strangers, your life is going to suck. GG.
Wow.
That's one of my pre-mades.
This is my policy.
It's like a dad lecture.
I know.
That's like the dad
I
lecture.
don't. The trick here is to not go into discussion with them. You just gotta do the George Costanza.
Can't you just hit
sign
like,
off at the end?
Can you just hit report and then ban them from communicating
That
with
doesn't work.
That's lame.
you? Oh, I would just not respond.
And look at you can see. Can you see how many I
Yeah,
have?
you have a lot, man.
I have a ton of
You put-
pre-mades.
You put some thought into this.
Depending
like,
on the
it's like an
situation.
Excel sheet of responses.
And you know what? Some of these they respond back and say, "I'm sorry." I've had great discussions off of these.
Okay, pet peeves. Let's get to pet peeves.
Well,
So obviously,
My
people
rule
being
is
mean.
if you on the internet, if this should be the rule. If you can't say it
Some of these are funny.
on the internet, if you can't say it to that person's face, you probably shouldn't message it.
Agreed.
That
Agreed.
should be the
That's
general
your rule of
That's
thumb.
my rule of thumb.
A
That is
lot
your
of
rule
these
of
are
thumb.
Overwatch ones.
Yeah,
These are
yeah,
great.
when you were back in the day. What are my pet peeves?
Any pet peeves?
Being a douche.
Just that. That's
Yeah.
the biggest one.
Don't be a douche.
That's the biggest one. Online etiquette.
I even have some that are just random. That don't make sense. Like I have this because when somebody says something really stupid to you, this is an Overwatch. They're just really mean. Bastion is the best Disney princess,
Dude, you should play
and
Halo.
they go like question mark, and it ends the conversation.
You should play Halo and make up some ones for Halo.
You want me to?
You got to play rank because they get pissed.
Yeah. If you, a lot of these could be shirts, probably.
I'll tell you my pet peeve.
Okay.
It's not really online gaming. It's more of the internet as a whole. So, punctuation correction. That really annoys me. Like ask Jordan,
You
ask
are-
ask
right,
Jordan or Spicy. Like you can say the meanest things to me. It doesn't get under my skin
Yeah.
at all. On mine, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. But when someone takes the time to write and be like, it's apostrophe S. Like
Yeah, that pisses you off.
I flip. Like that one really gets under my skin. Like you seriously, what kind of person does it take to take the time to read a post or something on Facebook, like the Facebook XoneBros page is where occasionally I'll get that. And no one knows that it's me, so it's not personal, but what kind of person take the time to be like, I need to correct this guy's sentence structure. It's incorrect. That's it. I'm going to show this guy how incorrect his sentence structure
on
is.
the other side of the coin, when you can't even understand what they're trying to say.
But that's not what I'm. But that's not me. Like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. It's like a normal sentence, and then you're just typing fast, and you go yours or
Your
or,
instead of
or
your
you do
apostrophe.
but without the comma. Which, by the way, in English, proper English writing grammar, the comma with
Hey,
a but and an
Don't tell me how to do this.
Is-
I am getting pissed right
yeah,
now.
let me tell you, the but and the and
is optional. You grammar Nazis.
You know why?
Hey,
you know
do
why
you know
I
what's-
don't take those ones personal? Because the English language, they just make crap up.
Anyways.
No, no. Check this out. Like they have rules.
you have an
No,
example.
yeah. Because my wife's a teacher. I have this discussion with her all the time.
Okay.
They make rules and they're like, oh shoot, that rule doesn't make sense if we do this. Throw that in there. Like these are your vowels. Oh shoot, there's 2 words that don't have those. Y is a vowel too. Sometimes, like it makes no sense. Like it literally.
Do you know what's my favorite thing about this?
Huh.
You just went on this rant on how you hate people correcting your writing, and then you're like, and by the way,
Yeah.
you don't have to use a comma.
Well, no, because that's what it's like. They're like, you forgot to put a comma in the middle of this sentence.
Maybe you didn't pause in the sentence when you were talking. So there's no.
But that's
comma
what the
there.
but and the end is for.
I just think the English language
not what
makes
all
up
the-
their
Hey,
own
that
rules.
That's not everything the butt's for.
That might be a nice retort to someone that talks trash to you. Don't even respond. Just be like,
Just correct it.
actually, it's
No, don't even say that. Repeat what they say with perfect grammar.
Yeah, that's how you should have said it.
Now chat's going crazy. Graphic Killer says, you want to insult me? Better come at me with proper grammar. Ronan says, I'm correct. You next one, bros, grammar from here on out.
Have you ever heard that Weird Al Yankovic song about
Spelling?
the grammar song?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good song.
Anyways, great question. Beast420, thank you very much for sending that in. Scottman, 71, the Scotty, writes in and says, I've recently found myself jumping into some of the 360 games with gold offerings of late, recently completing Marlowe Briggs and Bayonetta, and starting this month's title, Vanquish. Are there any backwards compatible that you didn't play before, or any that you'd like to see on the backwards compatible program? I'm patiently waiting for Reckoning, Kingdom of Amalur. I remember that one. I too would that one. I remember I almost bought that one a couple times. Like, remember how big the 360 store was, and you would just browse. And I always looked at that one because of the cover art with like the giant guy with the sword. And anyways, I was way off track.
Yeah.
He's looking forward to that and Sacred 2, Fallen Angel. So any backward compatibility games that you've jumped into lately, or that you'd like to jump into that you're waiting. I'll tell you what, I got an answer right there. Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
That's happening this weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And also
that'd be-
Midnight Club Los Angeles.
That'll be fun. Let's go to the
awesome.
Coliseum together.
Yeah, I'm there. But McSpicy, any backwards compatible games that you didn't get a chance to play, like on the 360, that you've jumped back into and played?
Well, yeah, it's part of my backlog. But there's so many games that I can't even name them. I have
Yeah.
so many that I have that I've never really dove into and played.
Does Master Chief Collection count? We did go back and
No,
play though,
because
entire
I've
Master
played all
Chief
those.
Collection.
Right, I've played all those.
Did you play 4 though? You didn't play.
No,
Halo
I'm waiting
4.
for you.
No. We haven't played Halo 5 together, but did you play? Had you played Halo 4? I thought that was your
Oh
first
no,
time through Halo 4.
Yeah,
as well.
with you guys, that was
Yeah.
my first time through Halo
Yeah.
4. Yeah, which I still.
Which, by the way, everybody, we had the community play this weekend, and it was Master Chief Collection.
It was a good time.
So much fun.
It's a good time.
That is a fun game. We've not yet decided on our next. With E3 and stuff, this month is a little bit
Here's-
off. We have to see when we're all available. Next week, we'll have our next community play announced.
Can I ask a hard-hitting question?
Yes.
So we played Master Chief Collection. We had a ton of fun.
Okay.
Could you release a modern game like tomorrow and have the mechanics of like Halo 2? Like those,
with like
you know
no
what I mean?
sprinting, for
Yeah,
instance.
yeah.
No sprinting just threw me
Like
off.
it,
but
like
you get
things
used
felt
to it.
weird, but then we still had a ton of fun. You know what I mean? Could you do that?
I don't know. I think it's built into us now.
Yeah.
I think you could. You just got to speed up. You got to speed up.
Wasn't that sprinting?
Well, you got to make it so that when you move, it's one speed for everybody, but that speed is faster than what is currently in Halo 2.
Well, I guess then you get games like Doom and stuff, right? You know.
Yeah, because
you
Doom
know.
has no sprint. It's all.
It's
Does
all-
Doom have the
Well,
new Doom? Did the new Doom have sprint?
No, they just had Voosh
Did you?
Yeah, it's actually that's what it's called.
in the
The
engine.
Voosh.
It's called the Voosh.
The Voosh.
That high paced.
Backwards compatible games, Jordan. Have you had a chance to jump into any, or any that you're looking forward to jumping into that you didn't get a chance to play? Maybe,
Dude,
first time
honestly,
around?
actually, I never played the Force Unleashed series, so it'd be fun to jump into those for
jump
the
into those first time, see what they're
time.
like.
Yeah.
It's like the action.
I actually
Wars game.
two of the backwards compatibility games that I'm really excited to play, and I've already beaten these games way back when, but I want to play them again. Monkey Island 1 and 2 are in my
So
library.
I never played those, and you're all about those games, huh?
Oh, they're fun. Mark
Yeah.
would really like it because he liked Day of the Tentacle, and same thing.
That's
Just
a fun game.
with pirates.
I bought my PlayStation 4 and
Guybrush.
played Day of the Tentacle.
Guybrush Threepwood,
I don't even know what that
main
means.
character.
What game is this?
Monkey Island.
Oh yeah. Wait. Have I played Monkey Island? I don't even remember it.
Point and click it. It's
So
the same as
Pfeiffer
Yeah,
in
yeah.
chat
Yeah.
says
That's a good one.
Overwatch does not have running, and it bugs him a lot.
Well, it depends on the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Soldier 76
But
is sprint button.
even the characters that don't have running, are they faster than what you're capable of in Halo 2? I think it
depends.
is, right?
It depends on the character. So, like for example, if you take let's take Tracer and Reinhardt,
Okay.
right? Reinhardt's walk speed is different. Tracer's faster with her default walk speed than Reinhardt, right? But Tracer's a nimble, light character, but Reinhardt's a big hulking tank, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, because of characters are so different, they have to have different speeds and all that. You know what I mean?
It's
right?
true.
So it's
because
the
it's a
fact,
hero
it's the
shooter,
fact that
right?
in Halo 2, what maybe threw it off was that none of us could run.
Well, we are all on an even playing field.
that
right?
puts us
Yeah.
all on an even playing field. True.
Actually, I was better.
Dude,
That's not
David
even when I
was-
play.
David was sending out some headshots that blew me back. I said,
I just
"Whoa!"
saw Jordan. I was like, I'm picking on this guy all match,
Yeah, it was really frustrating.
all match long.
Then I got on his team.
And then I killed you both.
Yeah, I think we were all on the same team at one point.
Yeah.
I think one time you were behind a rock, if I remember. Yeah, on the map, that's the beach, the beach map, and then it has
Me?
Zanzibar
Are you talking about
one.
me?
Yeah, and it has
Yeah.
the thing.
You have the sniper, right?
You're in the left-hand corner. I'm on the bridge where the sniper is, where you
Yeah.
pick it up. And I'm sitting there, and I hit you once, but I don't get the headshot. And then you're like, oh, there's David. And then you turn, and I see it. I see a big rocket launcher on your shoulder, and I blow up. It's like, oh, shit.
You can like see it in the
The old Halos, I put in some time. The new ones, I'm not as good because I don't know them as.
You know what mode was really fun? The King of the Hill.
Yeah,
That
when
mode?
it's
I
Crazy
never-
King?
Crazy,
Yeah.
Crazy
King.
King.
yeah.
I had never played that mode before.
Well, it's fun because it's fun just to throw in new modes and stuff like that.
It's
so.
legitimately crazy.
Yeah.
It's legitimately crazy. Great question, Scottman. Thank you very much for writing in. Jimmy Figueroa writes in, last but not least. And he says, thank you guys for all you do. Listening to you guys is great when I'm on the road. With that being said, how has Jurassic World Evolution fallen under the radar? They've had some unique marketing in regards to their species profile and Det Diaries videos, and it's Jurassic World. Plus, they've already confirmed free update based on dinosaurs of the new movie coming out. This game deserves some love. What is the release date for Jurassic World? Are you looking that up right now, McSpicy?
Yeah.
It's June something, isn't it? Or is it?
So
later?
I know that we're excited for Jurassic World because it's basically a city skylines with Jurassic Park. It's like a
Your
Zoo
people can get
Tycoon
eaten.
with Jurassic Park elements. I mean, Zoo Tycoon elements. In
June 12th.
June 12th.
coming
so
up
that's
soon.
coming up close.
That's E3.
That's
That's during E3. That's probably not a good release date time. Maybe that's why it's flying under the radar. Anyways, yeah, we're excited for this game, but that's a great point. I've not seen a lot out there on this game. I don't know who's developing that game.
They did the whole
or producing
thing.
it.
They did the whole
Frontier.
thing with Frontier.
They did Tycoon.
Yeah.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
And
and
these
Planet
types of
Coaster
games, you
now.
know what?
Yeah.
Do you ever see
And
a lot of
Elite Dangerous?
advertising for? Oh, Elite
I
Dangerous.
think
They're
Frontier
the-
did Elite Dangerous, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, even Elite Dangerous kind of floated under the radar. They're not like
These are
They-
these are niche games.
Yeah.
they're good. So these guys are good developers. They're not about marketing, right? They just make good games.
You know, like Stardust. It's Paradox. Paradox is a
Paradox,
similar
yeah.
way. They,
City Skylines.
but those are niche. They're going for a specific audience. I think that's probably the same here.
Apparently, they make Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were Rabbit too. I didn't know that.
Great game.
Dietrich says the trailer for Jurassic World doesn't match the gameplay, so that's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what. Anyways, dinosaurs.
Can dinosaurs eat your workers? That's all I need in that game.
Dinosaurs eat your workers. What more do you need?
Can I steal the dinosaurs? Can I?
If you can.
Well, actually, that's a part of the movie where they steal them. Maybe you can, like an expansion. The San Francisco expansion.
The thievery expansion.
Best thief movie.
Best thief movie? Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11 is good. You
Not,
guys don't have to think
not
about
to
that.
be
Good
confused
job.
with the other ones that weren't very good.
Yeah.
12, 13, 14, 15,
16,
and now,
7, and now
8.
8, yeah.
Well, that one hasn't come out, so I
That's
don't know
not come
yet.
out. We can't
Yeah,
judge
so
that,
we
but-
can't judge that one. I don't know yet.
Ocean's 11, best. So original or remake?
Oh, with Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
First remake, because I think Ocean's 8 is another remake, right? Or is it?
A remake of a remake.
Yeah,
a remake of
I
a
did
remake.
that. Well, that's getting crazy.
I
I
know.
don't know.
Things are
Yeah.
getting crazy here.
The
Yeah,
one with Brad Pitt
Remakeception.
and George Clooney.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Is there another?
I mean,
is
there's
there
lots of them.
another
There's like
thief
entrapment, but I don't put that one up
Why
on the radar.
does
Although
everybody-
that yarn scene
movie? Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Wow.
in her prime.
Why
Wow.
does everybody call their mustache the Clooney? Like I don't remember seeing.
I call
George
my
Clo-
beard the Riker.
I don't remember seeing like I don't. Cause did George Clooney ever have a mustache, like a mean, good-looking mustache? Because like yeah, a lot
He
of
had
people,
bat nipples.
He did have bat nipples. The only Batman to have bat nipples.
I mean,
He really did.
with that on your pedigree,
When you
I
have-
think you can call
when
a
you-
mustache whatever
Dude,
you want.
we had this conversation a while ago. When you have to have a suit with bat nipples, like that was quite the movie.
So I mean, seriously, that
That was the same movie where he had the bat credit card too. Didn't
Really?
he? Like I think they went a little crazy and they just said, "Let's put bat in front of everything."
and it wasn't the right size. Like when he moves his head around, it bends the suit. Like it's like wah wah.
like air bubbles.
Yeah.
Air bubbles go up in the
Well, it was just he really had the bat nipples.
Yeah. So
that was-
you know what? Once that's on your resume, you can call that mustache anything.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, I call it the Clooney, and you're like, and like you just accept it. Like, why did he have a good mustache? And when it was
So,
the movie?
so when your nipples, when it's cold outside, and your nipples poke through your shirt, you could call those the Clooney.
Yeah, you
like
could.
the bat nipples. Those
yeah,
are bat nipples.
That's actually what I call them. Huh? Looks like you got a little bat nipple
Got
right
a little
there.
bat nip going on.
The Italian Job was really good. Someone in the chat
Italian
mentioned
Job.
that.
Oh!
And that's in my cycle of movies I watch too. I
got one.
I have a
Nicolas Cage stealing cars. What's that one?
Gone in 60 seconds.
Gone in
I don't-
60 seconds.
That was more of a Pacific Rim type.
Y'all
awesome.
gonna make me
60
lose my
seconds.
mind. Up and down, up and down. That was when I was first introduced to that song, and I love that song.
Wow, yeah, there we go. Sneakers is a really good thief
Yeah,
movie.
that's good.
Robert Redford.
Yep.
Sneakers.
Sneakers, too many
Really
secrets. Too many secrets.
Oh.
Is that a thievery movie though?
Well, kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
They steal stuff.
I guess it is, but I'm talking like it's not a heist movie, right? Are we talking heists or?
Just thievery. I think general
Thievery.
thievery.
Yeah. General, I took that from you.
That
Well,
could be
they
anything
do.
from
They do
heists.
take that phone recorder thing, which is like the whole pivoting, part of the plot.
Turn it off. Turn it off. That's what they get scared.
The only part of that movie, the big part of that movie that I remember is like
The blind guy?
when the blind guy and
The blind guy
They're trying to-
driving.
They're trying to teach. He's trying to like walkie-talkie him how to drive.
Not
that part was
no,
hilarious.
the part because he was kidnapped in a trunk, and he was like trying to replicate the bridge, and they were like going through, and he's like, no, do, no, it's faster, do, no, a little bit slower, do, and they're like Brooklyn Bridge, like who knows those sounds?
A blind guy does because he listens. That's the whole thing.
No, but everybody else, was doing
but
it.
he was directing that whole thing.
Well, he was saying like he was matching the sound correctly, but how does everybody else memorize? Because I'm thinking,
No,
do I know
because
roads
he
by the
heard
sound?
birds. It had to be a bridge where there were birds.
Yeah, but then they eliminated it by the spacing of do.
Yeah, because it was a specific. It meant the wire bridges. That spacing meant it was a certain type of bridge, and then he heard pelicans. Or
I don't
something.
believe it. I don't believe it.
They talk about it in the movie.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this. It was
Okay.
great.
What was the question? What were we talking about?
We
Bat
were talking
nipples.
The Clooney.
The Clooney, yeah.
we were talking about Jurassic World.
Oh man.
What movie would you like them to make a video game out of, and what type of video game that has not yet been made?
The Wrath of Khan, and anything that's not what it's been. Any Star Trek game that has never existed.
Okay, here we go. Let's do genre. Real-time strategy. Pick a movie. Movie for real-time strategy.
A movie?
Movie.
Starship Troopers.
They did. Honestly, I would.
That's not fair. That's StarCraft.
That's basically it. Yeah.
It's StarCraft. Yeah, that's exactly. Because I got my answer.
Yep. Okay.
It's already been done.
Way to screw
Well,
us.
I
so
mean,
bad.
this one's already been done too, but I would love to see another Battle for Middle Earth, like maybe Battle for
Oh,
Middle
that
Earth.
was
you know,
yeah.
a new one. That was
I
a fun
agree.
one.
That is a fun one.
Yeah,
Just total Rome, Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
I'm there.
Nothing wrong
Okay,
with that.
here we go.
I think they did. It was Warhammer.
I have
Essentially
nipples,
the same.
Clooney.
Here we
Can you
go.
milk me?
Here we go. MOBA. A movie of MOBAs. I think
World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
That's Heroes of the Storm.
And it's already been
And
made.
It's actually a movie. I mean, he is abiding
Yeah.
by the rules.
These questions are easy.
I got
Give me
one.
another
I think,
one.
I think like Avengers, you could do like any superhero movie.
Yeah.
You could do MOBA that way.
Dude, you got to do something like crazy though, like
Okay, Arena.
50 Shades of
Arena first-person shooter.
50 Shades of Grey.
as a MOBA.
50 Shades of Grey as a MOBA.
Imagine the abilities.
Imagine the heroes in that game.
Imagine the abilities.
Yeah, I wonder what the cooldowns would be. Gosh.
If you're gonna do something, you got to go all the way. I mean, that would get people's attention. That'd be a fun.
Oh,
game.
anything in the Game of Thrones universe.
That would be a good MOBA, and
awesome
you'd have the
for-
character.
for MOBA. Not
Yeah.
even for MOBA, but for real-time strategy.
Yeah, what was the
of
what was the next question?
Arena, first-person shooter. Competitive.
Arena. Oh, like Halo?
Like a Halo.
Oh. Wait, what is the question? I just figured out what game genre we're talking about. Into a movie?
Arena, first-person
what
shooter.
movie
Competitive
would you like
shooter.
to see
What
an
movie
arena
would you like to see
first-person
be made as an arena first-person shooter?
Well, that's pretty much anything.
Action movie, right?
No, because you got to have
Doom.
Mission Impossible.
no, that wouldn't be a good one because you don't have memorable. Like you've got to have different
National
characters and national treasure. No, that's weak.
That'd be an adventure game.
Oh, I got one. Tombstone. Tombstone would work.
Yeah,
Because
cowboys.
you'd have the different cowboys there. You could do.
It wasn't Doom actually a movie?
That's
It
why I
was.
said
Yeah,
it.
that's what I
Every
said.
answer
The Rock
I've
was
been
in
has
it,
been
yeah.
awesome. That's what it's been.
John Wick.
Oh, yeah, that-
John
yeah,
Wick.
yeah.
The Matrix. The Matrix would
Oh,
be
The
a
Matrix
cool
would be good, yeah.
arena.
I think
What's
John Wick
funny
wins.
enough is John Wick's alter ego there. Neo.
Battle Royale
Battle Royale for...
for movie. Battle Royale.
I believe the movie is called Battle Royale. That's my answer.
I'm actually gonna jump back to 50 Shades of Grey on that one for Battle Royale. I mean, that's
Bringing everybody closer together with that gas circle.
First-person shooter arena. Blur 928 in chat.
Dude,
says
say-
Kindergarten
see-
Cop.
Hunger Games is a good one.
Cop.
Kindergarten Cop?
First-person shooter.
That's terrible.
No, that's because you're protecting the children
Oh,
from the bad guys.
what is wrong with
What are
you,
you
Mark?
thinking?
I don't know.
Where? Oh man,
go
Shit.
yeah,
Game
oh,
over.
man.
Game over.
Wow.
That's. I think we hit a
No, that's what
Card
I thought.
game.
Like protecting the.
Card game.
card game.
Yeah, collectible card game from a movie.
Witcher.
Which is not a movie.
Yeah, it is.
Technically, in Sweden, I think there's a show.
Boom! Nailed it.
No,
Oh, it's a show,
that's
not a
weak.
movie.
That's weak.
And it was actually very
Weak.
bad.
Lord of the Rings, then.
Oh, there. So you could do that one.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
What about
Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing tons of game genres.
King
here.
Arthur?
King Arthur. I'll see. The white horse is like the kill the whole
It's
army.
like a
Okay.
shield. It's like a
Here we
shield
go.
card.
You have to kill. It's a suicide.
It's a taunt. You have to kill the horse.
Online MMO. What would be the best movie?
Jane Eyre.
I think Harry Potter would be freaking awesome.
As an
MMO.
online MMO, that would
Yeah.
be pretty
Game
cool.
of Thrones also would be really cool.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the
Jane-
Rings would also be cool.
Jane Eyre, because that's actually a legit.
That's a
online
legit
game.
Jane
Yeah.
Eyre online
My
MMO.
sister-in-law. I told my sister-in-law about it,
Yeah.
and she actually signed up and played it. And
Did she like it?
Oh well, what was hilarious is like when you meet another real player,
Yeah.
there's actually commands to where you bow. You know,
Do
you're
they
like-
correct
you're
each
like,
other's spelling?
That would be a game where they probably would correct each other. Like it's actually
Yeah.
a part. That's a raid.
So what do you have like
No, dude,
right.
like
no, no.
for community events it's like tea?
No,
Tea parties?
like their version of dungeons/raids are going to a dinner party. Like
That's
it really,
hilarious.
Yeah, it what's it called?
Dude,
I think
we
it's
should
called
play
Jane
that.
Eyre. Yeah,
Let's
you can
play that.
sign up. You create your own character. You like when you meet someone, you're like, hello. And like if you're a gentleman, you got to bow to the ladies, and if you're a ladies, you do the little curtsy. And yeah, she played it for a while.
Okay, let's reverse this. What video game do you want to see made into a movie that has not been done yet?
What video game that you wanted to see into a movie?
Yeah. I think Halo done correctly as
Well, there's been a movie here. The
No,
Forward
but I
Unto
mean,
Dawn,
like-
I think, is probably the best
I
one.
mean
they've
like
done.
a big major production movie.
Yeah.
I think Gears is a natural movie get.
That'd be a brutal one.
I
A
mean,
little bloody.
yeah.
World of Warcraft.
You could do your games.
fair.
It's
already been
Well, you could do your games. Would a Last of Us make a good story game or not really? Because a lot of these, what they struggle with is so much of a game is you playing, and then story in between, and so
The
how
Last
to,
of
how
Us
to bring
would-
that together?
The Last of Us would be excellent.
Would it be God of War as a movie?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, dude, why not?
Why not?
But they got to do it right.
You gotta,
Boy.
Grand Theft Auto as a movie.
I think that was Miami Vice.
That was Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Well, no, I like if you watch Miami Vice, especially the new one with Colin Farrell and Jamie Foxx. I mean, that's
basically Grand
literally
Theft
Grand Theft Auto. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fallout.
Fallout. That would be a good one.
Yeah, that's called Mad Max.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got it. They got it.
That
Yeah.
does us. That does us for this episode, Mr. McSpicy.
Hello.
What will you be up to this week, and where can people find you?
I'm prepping myself for the E3.
Yes.
Oh, that's less
one more week.
One more episode, and then we're off to E3. Everybody, super exciting, super excited for it.
We'll
We're
be
gonna
there.
meet whoever's going to E3. Hopefully, we get to see you.
Yeah.
have fun.
I'll be walking around.
Party in our room.
I'll be wearing my new hat. I got a new hat.
Oh, he did show everybody your new hat here. He custom ordered this, embroidered online. There it is. XoneBros. Look for his hat. He's gonna be wearing it around town. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, looking so good. It's white with the green hashtag marks and the XoneBros.
Oh, yeah, it's sexy.
Over
I'm
there.
happy.
Looks really good.
Good purchase.
Good job. Oh, so what games would we be playing? Oh, you're prepping for E3. Any? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Mr. McSpicy. My gamer tag, if you want to play, just use proper etiquette. Mr. McSpicy on Xbox
Very
Live.
nice, Jordan. How about you? More Kingdom Come? You think?
More Kingdom Come and more ESO and probably more Halo.
Kingdom Come. What Kingdom Come compared to like a Skyrim? Do you think Kingdom Come is better? I mean, Skyrim's a greatest of all time type of game.
Yeah.
But where does that fall in this fantasy? Because for me, it's like it's not fantasy.
It's fun because it's different.
It's just different.
It's a
There's
real.
something
It's a
there
realism
that's
to it
really
because
cool.
it's more simulator-y.
Yeah,
so it's
medieval
different,
simulation.
Yeah, medieval simulation. Except for Magic Horse.
For Magic Horse,
I landed on one leg.
Magic
all that
Horse,
weight.
and Respawn Knight. Treasure
And
Trove.
Respawn
That guy's hilarious. Well, no, I just knock him out. And
so he just
So
wakes
what
up
he
and like,
does is he
"Oh,
waddles
Yeah, but
back.
see, if it was real AI, he would be like, "Hey, did you knock me out last time?" And then he'd draw his sword to kill
I wear a
you.
different outfit every time I see him.
Oh.
And everyone looks like Henry.
Oh, everyone.
And Ray.
And Ray. And we got to get like that quote. And Ray.
And Ray.
Get that as a sound on the soundboard. Did you say where everyone can find you, Jordan?
Oh, Jordan Man X will be everywhere.
I am XoneBros. I will be playing Kingdom Come. I will be also doing the shark. You guys want to do the shark together? Let's
Yeah,
do it. Let's jump the shark.
very fun.
Let's jump the shark.
Oh, that's limited time for everybody.
It
Just
is
so you know,
limited time.
I think it's 2 weeks, so jump on it quick.
Weekly events. I don't know when weekly events will first drop. I would imagine the week after E3 is when they'll drop.
Yeah.
But stay tuned. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's been another fantastic episode of the XoneBros. It's been really, it's like Disneyland for your ears,
I've heard that.
Yeah, that's...
except without the lines. Fast Pass.
Yeah.
It's the Fast
You
Pass.
always got a Fast
Pass Disneyland there. Anyways, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us over on iTunes. It helps the show with the rankings, helps us grow. We love gaming. We love this community. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next time. Hello, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We're going to host someone on the channel right after we say thank you to our producers with the producer credits. Let's get some bumping music going. What music we got today for our producers? Thank you to all our Patreon supporters. Our producers are those who support us over on Patreon for $20 or more. Subscribe to us there. They help make this show possible, as do all of you for being here and our Patreons. Let's do our specialty producer credits. Oh, this song. This song, though. Oh, Alpha Builder. Yes.
Link.
The Linky.
Beast 420. He was in chat today.
May the force be with you. May the force be with
Chief
you.
Wiggum, 86 with Laura again. He's always with Laura.
Laura's so hot. Chris Karan. Dude, look at the dude with the head in the sand. That's so cool.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know.
Dark Knight 3234. Love you. Thank you.
Dylan Domingo. Double D. The Double
With
D-ster.
Master Chief.
Master Chief. The Freaky Ricky.
That's one of my favorite slides.
Such a
good
cool
one,
picture.
yeah.
Such a free radical.
Oh, right.
Joining us with some Shadow of War.
Yeah, that's awesome. Greg Cheney, my Queen of Blades.
The Queen. Greg Cheney. He's not a
Thank
queen,
you very
that's-
much.
Happy Mayo.
Oh, those
Always hanging
pants.
out with Tracer.
Tracer pants. Blow my mind.
Oh.
Cannibal Dreams. Geralt of Riviera is so intimidating.
And Michael Contini with
Siri.
Siri.
Look at the skull. Her foot's on the skull. So cool. Nerdy Meathead.
Oh, yeah.
The Darkness. The Authority. Nerdy Meathead. R56 Cooper rolling in style.
Saw him
like
in
a
chat
boss.
In the Ford GT.
Saw him there today.
Oh, RSMG Gaming with some Minecraft, baby. That's Roberto.
Ronan.
Oh, looking like a schizophrenic badass. Terry Asepi shooting arrows
Off
from
a
a pyramid.
That's
Can
a
you
long
do
shot.
that? Wheezy Whistle.
Wheezy Whistle.
Monster Hunter.
That's Monster Hunter, yeah.
Hunter, baby. Thank you very much to our producers. Appreciate it. It's time to host somebody. So what we're gonna do? Do we raid? I don't know. I don't know what we call this. We just
Mad Shot's so funny. Yeah, he just threw out an inside joke.
Oh.
So I had somebody join our game for a Fortnite yesterday.
Okay.
He did it the right way. He sent me a message and said, "Hey, can I play Fortnite with you?" And I said, "Sure, come play with me and Mad Shot," right?
uh-huh.
And I thought he knew R56 Cooper. I thought this was one of your friends. And I was like, "Hey, did you know R50?" It was just nope, that's not where I'm from. Nope, I don't know that person. Oh, okay. Well, have fun play. I don't know where this person came from. This person that played with us, anyways.
Oh.
Yeah. Apparently, this is a really boring story because you guys don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
That's the end of the story.
Basically, they ruined your etiquette. They didn't.
No,
follow
no,
etiquette.
they were very nice.
Oh.
I just thought that they knew R56 Cooper, and they didn't, and I was embarrassed.
And it
about
was like, oh.
Oh.
yeah.
All right, we're going to host. We've got quite a few. There's a lot of people on tonight. We got quite a few. I say we can go Prestonality, do an Elder Scrolls Online, or 8-Bit Blonde
yeah.
Fallout 3.
I
Fallout
like
3 is.
but ESO.
I say we go Fallout 3.
I think so. Yeah,
Fallout
I think so.
3. Okay, guys, just stay in this channel. We're gonna log off in 1 second, and then we'll just host it here. Just say XoneBros or Positive Gaming. Let her know. Say hello. 8-Bit Blonde is awesome, and we'll see you guys when we see you guys.
Yeah. Ready?
In 3, 2,